The opinions and views expressed in the following program are those of the speakers and the host, and do not necessarily reflect those of Yoakley Scott Corporation and your sports network.
Yeah, I've been closer to Jesus before, so can you help me out? Oh, can you help me out? Am I on my own? Am I on my own? Or can you help me out? Am I on my own? Am I on my own? Or can you help me out? Can you help me out? I've been scared to look at my soul. I've been afraid I would follow alone. Yeah, afraid of the things I've been told.
Welcome into a Thursday edition of Running Point, presented by Greenwood Chevrolet on Mahoning Avenue in Austintown. If you're in the market for a brand new or slightly used automobile, you owe it to yourself, you owe it to your wallet to check out the good folks at Greenwood Chevrolet on Mahoning Avenue in Austintown. They got a great sales department, a great service department, and a fantastic finance department. And let's be honest here, you need all three in order for this car dealership to be really, really special. And that's exactly what Greenwood Chevrolet has. And let's be honest for a second. If you're in the market for a brand new or slightly used automobile, do you really want to pay a high-interest car loan for the next 3 to 7 years? I know I sure as hell don't. And that's what Greenwood Chevrolet is going to help to avoid you from being dinged with a high-interest car loan. That's why they have a great finance department led by Latonia grad Tracy Bryden, don't you know? I don't want to say what class she was because she might kick my ass. I'm just saying, I love you, Tracy. I'm not going to throw you under the bus. The service department, because let's be honest, your car is going to need some maintenance, whether it's oil changes, your tires rotated, or God forbid you get into an automobile accident, your baby needs a little bit of TLC. The service department's second to none, and the sales department, they're not going to sell you a lemon. It's a great dealership. Greg Greenwood and the gang over there, a bang-up job, number one professionals. So before you put pen to paper and sign the next, I should say, not the last, God forbid the last, but the next 3 to 7 years of your life away with car loans and whatnot, you owe it to yourself to go over to Greenwood Chevrolet on Mahoning Avenue in Austintown. Give them an opportunity to earn your business. All right, we got lots of high school baseball, high school softball to talk about. I did want to let everyone know today is district championship day in softball in D2 and D3 up in the Jefferson district. It'll be the 6th seed, Mogador Field, taking on number 5, West Branch. That'll be at 4 o'clock. And then at 5 o'clock over at Hubbard High School in the Hubbard district, number 7 Hubbard, fresh off their upset victory over number 2 Canfield a couple of days ago. They're going to be taking on the top-seeded Marlington Dukes. That'll be at Hubbard High School at 5 o'clock. Number 7 Hubbard versus number 1 Marlington. The Jefferson and Hubbard District Championship games today. Division III at Farmers National Bank Field on the campus of Youngstown State University. Number 8 Newton Falls will look to slay the Giant as they take on the top-seeded Ursuline Irish. And meanwhile, at the LeBray District Championship, this is going to be a doozy. This one's going to be a solid game. Number 3 Champion taking on number 2 South Range. This one's going to be fun. And again, in Division 3, you will not see the YSU district winner, or technically the Canfield district winner, take on the LeBray district winner. That's not going to happen. They're going to be playing other regional opponents. So there is the possibility that the winner of Newton Falls and Ursuline could be taking on the winner of Champion and South Range in the regional championship game. That is a possibility. They would still have to win one more game in order for that to happen, but it is a possibility, and some would say a distinct possibility. Don't want to put any pressure on anybody. But those are the D2 and D3 district championships in softball. Sectional titles are on the line in baseball, Division 4 and Division 1. Leetonia goes to the top seed Jackson Milton Blue Jays. These two teams played each other earlier in the year. Jackson Milton was a winner over Leetonia. These two teams will play each other this afternoon. A little bit more on the line. A trip to the district semifinals on the line. The top seed Jackson Milton taking on number 19 Leetonia. That game starts at 5 up at Jackson Milton. Bristol is at Matthews. Lowville at JFK. Lisbon is at Fairport Harbor. Badger is at Southern. And McDonald is at Heartland Christian. That is going to be a damn good ball game. Mark Franken will be doing the play-by-play for YSN. That is going to be a great game. McDonald is a solid baseball team, and I get the feeling that there are some folks outside of Columbiana County that don't know much about Heartland Christian. And let me tell you, Heartland Christian is a really good baseball team. This could be a fun game. That could definitely be a fun game. All right, sectional titles on the line in Division 1 as well. Greene is at Boardman. Massillon Jackson is at Fitch. And Harding will be visiting Walsh Jesuit. Walsh Jesuit is the 2 seed in the Euclid tournament. Look, Harding, they got their hands full. No question about that. As a matter of fact, all 3 of our local teams have their hands full, even though Fitch and Boardman are both at home. Believe me when I tell you, Boardman will have their hands full with Greene. Fitch will have their hands full with Massillon Jackson. And Harding they're really going to have an uphill battle as they take on Walsh Jesuit. All those games will start at 5 o'clock as the Division I sectional title games from the 3 teams in our area will get it started at 5 o'clock. Yesterday, we had district champions crowned in Division 4 and Division 1. And this is the moments of the show or the time of the year where it's pretty tough to end the season and end the season on a sour note, especially if you're the top seeded team in the district like Austintown Fitch. Look, make no mistake about it. Austintown Fitch is a really, really good softball team, and they got to the district championship game. But I'm here to tell you, they ran into a buzzsaw. They just ran into a buzzsaw. I am someone who firmly believes no matter where the team is located, you give credit where credit is deserved. And here's where I'm going to give North Canton Hoover all kinds of love. Because in the 2 district games, they took on Boardman, they took on Fitch. 2 of the best in Division 1 in our neck of the woods. And they outscored Boardman and Fitch by a combined 17-2. 17 runs in 2 games in softball. That's impressive. That is really, really impressive. The 5 seed a couple of days ago, they knocked off Boardman 7-1, and then last night they beat Fitch 10-1. And look, I mean, you just got to tip your hat to this team. I had said if Fitch was going to win this game, they were going to have to slow down this juggernaut offense. Hoover banged out 16 hits, and it's not like Fitch helped them. They didn't commit any errors in the field. Lydia Spalding only walked 2 batters. This was legit hit after hit after hit. This is a solid performance by North Canton Hoover. And it's disappointing in that, Austintown Fitch with the top seed, we would have loved to have seen them in the regionals, seen what they would have done. But the reality is in tournament play, if a team gets really, really hot, I don't give a crap what the seeding is. If a team gets really hot and they're in the zone, either offensively or pitching, especially pitching, but if they're in the zone offensively and they're still throwing the ball reasonably well, and let's be honest, North Canton Hoover only gave up 2 runs in the 2 games. I mean, Boardman scored a run, Fitch scored a run. This team just got red hot hitting the ball. And you got to tip your hat to them. It's if you play this game again, you play this game 9 more times, I would be willing to say that Fitch would win 7 of the 10 meetings, maybe 8 of the 10 meetings. Unfortunately, this wasn't one of them. And North Canton Hoover moves on to the regional tournament, but that doesn't mean that Fitch didn't have a great year. Hell, they won the All-American Conference 2 years in a row. They were the number 1 seed. This program, good God, this program is back on the map. It just didn't have it. And like I said, you tip your hat. You tip your hat to the winners because that was an absolute thorough victory for North Canton Hoover. And it's unfortunate, but North Canton Hoover deserved it. Like I said, you outscored Boardman and Fitch in the district semifinals and the district championship game 17-2. Salute. Hats off. That was woof. That was impressive. Very impressive. Also very impressive. Matthews' victory over Brookfield, 11-1. Look, I mean, we sat back and wondered when Anthony was in the studio. We sat back and wondered. Hey, Matthews is a good team, but what's their schedule been like this year? Hey, this team went through this tournament pretty quickly. They went through this team pretty quickly. This was no joke. I mean, you want some scores? Here you go: 17-0 over Southern, 13-0 over Badger, 11-1 over Brookfield. They just gave up their first run in the entire damn tournament. And they gave that run up in the 5th inning. They gave that run up in the 5th inning. Matthews is pretty good. Matthews is pretty good. Unfortunately, we would have loved to have seen Matthews taking on McDonald. East Canton had other ideas. The Wizards, they get the victory over McDonald, as they beat McDonald by the score of 5-1. And, again, it's just one of those days where you sit back and you tip your cap to East Canton. I mean, Bree Callow's pitching, and this young lady's the author of a couple of perfect games, a few no-hitters. East Canton hit her. And you tip your hat to this, to East Canton. It's just one of those things. Just one of those things. So East Canton will be playing Matthews in the regional semifinals. That'll be a good game. That'll be a solid game. And we'll see if the Mustangs can get to the regional championship game. By the way, the region sets up like this. In Region 13, it'll be Matthews taking on East Canton. That game will be played 1 week from today, on Thursday, the 27th of May. That's a 2 o'clock game. And in the other regional semifinal, it'll be Tuscarawas Central Catholic taking on Cuyahoga Heights. Cuyahoga Heights is probably the best team of the 4 in the region. We'll see what happens, though. That game is going to be at 5 o'clock. And the regional tournament will be held at Firestone Stadium, the site of the the state semifinals and state championship games. So good luck to the Mustangs as they take on East Canton 1 week from today against the East Canton Wizards. Matthews, East Canton, next Thursday at 2 o'clock. And the winner of that game takes on the winner of Tuscarawas Central Catholic and Cuyahoga Heights. And that game will be played on Saturday morning, next Saturday morning at 10 a.m. So around by noon next Saturday, we should know who is coming out of Region 13. And hopefully it is the Matthews Mustangs. As for Division 1, the Division 1, Region 1 regional is set. Unfortunately, with Fitch losing, North Canton Hoover is going to be playing Massillon Perry. That game will take place on Wednesday, this coming Wednesday, 6 days from today. That'll be a 5 o'clock start immediately after the St. Joe's Academy New Philadelphia game, which starts at 2 o'clock. And then those two teams will face off on Saturday afternoon at 12 noon. And the regional site, the regional site for this tournament will be, hang on a second. Regional site for this tournament is going to be Massillon. So congratulations on a good year by Austintown Fitch, a solid year by McDonald. Unfortunately, they bow out in the district championship game, and it's tough to see. You know, it's very, very tough to see. But you know, this is the part of the season where you're going to see some teams get knocked out, unfortunately. And you know, we certainly had hopes of a deeper tournament for both of these teams. But again, district runner-up, that's pretty damn good honor. And both programs did a sensational job this year, but we certainly wish Matthews good luck as they are in the regional semifinals taking on East Canton. So that's what's going on today. That's what went on yesterday in softball. We do have some district, or I should say sectional title games in baseball. Chardon knocked off Poland in the D2 sectional finals 7-5. Niles was a winner over Streetsboro in the Division II sectional final. Niles hung on. They actually walked off Streetsboro. Had a 6-3 lead going into the top of the seventh inning. Rockets scored 3 times in the top of the seventh to tie the ball game up at 6. Niles walked them off in the bottom of the seventh inning. Garrettsville Garfield picked up a 5-3 victory despite committing 5 errors. Look, Ursuline had plenty of opportunities to get a little more than just 3 runs. I mean, they left a boatload of guys on base. Garrettsville Garfield committed 5 errors. Their pitcher walked 4 guys. That's an extra 3 innings worth of base runners. Unfortunately, Ursuline could only muster 4 hits, and they left a small village on the base paths. And that one kind of stings. That one definitely stings because it should have... if you get a couple of timely hits, all of a sudden you make Garrettsville Garfield pay for that. Unfortunately, they could not do that. Now let's run down in chronological order all of the winners. We'll first go to Division II, the Louisville district, where Salem knocked off Louisville 7-1. I'll tell you what, and both of these schools are YSN schools, so there's absolutely going to be no disrespect here. But let's be honest for a second. Louisville has had all kinds of fun at Salem's expense in all sports. And Anthony and I were talking a little bit about this. You kind of wondered. And this went back to the basketball tournament when Salem played Louisville in Salem. And Salem looked like they were going to be able to get the job done, but then Louisville, hey, they kicked their butt on the floor and was impressive in doing so. So you wondered, okay, Salem only has, a handful of losses. This is a really good baseball program. Are they going to be able to get this gorilla off their back and finally get a win against Louisville? And I'll tell you what, from start to finish, Salem did a good job. This is a solid baseball team. They are worthy of the 2 seed. They are very, very worthy of the 2 seed. And it's going to be really entertaining to see if Salem can get themselves a district championship. They get a huge hurdle away from them. They clear this hurdle, get a 500-pound gorilla off their back as they finally knocked off Louisville in a sport. 7-1 was the final, and it was a thrashing for the Quakers. And if you're a Salem fan, you had to be enjoying every single solitary second of this game, given the fact that Louisville had owned Salem in most of the guys' sports. So Salem gets the victory over Louisville. They go into the district semifinals, and here's the ironic part: the district semifinals are at Louisville. So it's bad. If you're Louisville, it's bad enough, Salem knocked you off. Now they're going to be going to your ballpark and playing potentially 2 games and potentially winning a district championship. Oh, by the way, in your ballpark. Just saying. So Salem gets the victory over Louisville. They will take on Niles. We made mention, Niles had a comfortable lead going into the top of the 7th inning, and then the Rockets said, you know what, we're going to make things a little interesting. They score 3 times off the Red Dragons, tie the ball game up at 6. Niles goes up to bat in the bottom of the 7th inning, and they walk it off. So congratulations to Niles. That is a big-time victory over Streetsboro. Damn near blew their lead. Had to win the ball game in the bottom of the 7th. They do it, and Niles will get into the district semifinals as the 5 seed. They will be taking on Salem, and that game will start on the 24th of May. Oh, Lord, let me see here. That's Monday. All right, Monday the 24th, and that game will start at 1 o'clock. Again, keep in mind, school is pretty much out. Let's keep that in mind. School's pretty much out around these parts. I mean, we start up school, mid-August, and by late May, they're pretty much out the door. So Salem will be playing Niles at 1 o'clock on Monday. All right, bottom half of the bracket, Field was defeated by Notre Dame Cathedral Latin. So the 3 seed, Mogador Field, adios. They're knocked off by the 10 seed, Notre Dame Cathedral Latin. So Notre Dame Cathedral Latin is headed to the district semifinals, where they will be taking on Chardon. Chardon upended Poland 7-5, and Chardon jumped all over Poland. They scored 6 runs in the first 3 innings. Poland actually had a 2-1 lead after an inning and a half. They were down 1-0 after 1. They scored 2 times in the top of the 2nd inning. Unfortunately, Chardon scored the next 6 runs to take a 7-2 lead. Poland scored 3 times in the 5th inning to make it 7-5. Had 2 innings left to try to do some damage. Unfortunately, they could not do it. And again, you just didn't get a whole lot of advantage to Chardon's substandard defense. They committed 3 errors in the game. Their starting pitcher drew 4 walks. So you're looking at 2 1/3 extra innings. At least 2 1/3 extra innings. 7 base runners that should have been outs. So you're basically playing 9 1/3 innings of baseball And, again, only 4 hits in the ball game. I'm sure they left a small village on the base paths. You got to get the timely hitting. We've talked about this in high school baseball, especially in a one-game elimination. You've got to have great pitching, great defense, and you got to get some timely hitting in order to go far in the tournament. Chardon is very fortunate that they escaped with their life in this one, because I'm going to guarantee you give Notre Dame Cathedral Latin, Niles, or Salem 7 extra base runners, you ain't coming out of that game alive. That's just not going to happen. And for Poland, it's a very young baseball team. This is a team, and I can remember, good Lord, when I was working in terrestrial radio with iHeart, I remember going to Columbus 2 years in a row to broadcast Western Reserve in Poland. Poland was in a Division II state title game not too long ago. They lost to Defiance. So this is a program that is proud, and they have good tradition, and they'll be heard from. It was just a young team this year, very young team. They're going to get a whole lot better next year, and they'll be heard from. Believe me when I tell you, they'll be heard from. So this bottom bracket, I know it's 2 out-of-town teams, but this bottom bracket's going to be a lot of fun. 2 teams located in Chardon. 1 team is a Catholic school, and 1 team is a public school. Chardon is the 7 seed. Notre Dame Cathedral Latin is the 10 seed. And these 2 teams will play on Monday at 5 o'clock from Louisville. That should be a really good district semifinal. So the teams that are left, number 2 Salem taking on number 5 Niles. And in the nightcap, number 7 Chardon taking on number 10 Notre Dame Cathedral Latin. That is in the Louisville district. All right, let's go to the Struthers district. Look, there was no problems whatsoever for Canfield. They knocked off Ashtabula Edgewood 10-0. Who didn't see this one coming? Come on, seriously. We've run out of adjectives to describe Canfield. They're good. They're pretty solid. Yeah, they're pretty solid. They will be taking on Marlington. Marlington had no problems with Perry. The Dukes knocked off Perry. It was a mercy rule game, if I'm not mistaken. 6 innings, 14-3. Marlington a winner over Perry. So it'll be Canfield taking on Marlington. That ball game will be played at Scene Park on Monday afternoon at 4 o'clock. Monday afternoon, Scene Park, 4 o'clock. Number 1 Canfield versus number 11 Marlington. That'll be in the top half of the Struthers district. In the bottom half of the Struthers district, Howland, they get a victory over Lakeview. They doubled them up 8-4. So Howland, the 4 seed, knocks off number 15 Lakeview 8-4. Howland will take on Canton South, who upset West Branch by the final score of 3-1. This was a damn good pitcher's duel all the way up to the 7th inning when Canton South was able to scratch across 2 runs, and they pick up a 3-1 victory. West Branch had a 1-0 lead going into the 6th inning. Hats off to Canton South. You're down a run going into the 6th inning. You're down to your final 6 outs, and you score 3 runs in the final 2 innings. Like I said, we've talked about it. It's about timely hitting, and boy, did Canton South have the timely hitting in the final 2 innings. And they knock off West Branch 3-1. So Canton South is Cinderella. They're the 17 seed, and they've broken into the party. They'll be in the district semifinals taking on Howland, and that game is going to start at 6:30 Monday night, 6:30 at Bob Scene Park in Struthers. One would imagine they'll be playing on Field 1. One would imagine both of these district semifinals, as a matter of fact, will be played on Field 1. That's the show-off field. the Show Me field. That's that they get the bigger stands and the bigger press box. It's the main field. Not that the other two aren't nice. They are. That complex is gorgeous. It truly is gorgeous. But Field 1, that's the field everyone loves. And I'm sure that Bob Scene Park Field number 1 will house the 2 district semifinal games. Monday at 4 o'clock, game number 1 Canfield against number 11 Marlington, and the nightcap set to start at 6:30, give or take a few minutes. Number 4 Howland taking on number 17 Canton South. So that is the Division II districts from Struthers. All right, let's go to Division III here real quick. Let's go to Niles. Niles first, where we see that Rootstown shuts out Newton Falls 10-0. All right, so Rootstown is into the district semifinals, and they will be taking on Champion. Champion, a winner over Grand Valley yesterday, 6-5. So it'll be Rootstown, the 1 seed, taking on the 9 seed Champion. This will be from Niles. At the ballpark just down the road from Waddell Park. Beautiful ballpark in Niles. I will tell you right now, there's no grass on the infield. This is a dirt infield all the way around. The entire infield, every square inch of this infield is dirt. There is no grass anywhere on this infield. It is a very unusual circumstance, but it's a gorgeous ballpark. Rootstown will be taking on Champion, 1 versus 9, Monday afternoon at 4:30 from Niles. In the bottom half of this district, South Range, a winner over United yesterday, 17-0. The number 2 seed moves on into the district semifinals, where they will take on number 17 Crestview. The Rebels, a 13-3 victory over Pie Valley. Crestview and South Range, they tend to play each other in the tournaments. This just in. Number 2, South Range, taking on number 17, Crestview. That'll be a 7 o'clock start. Yes, there are lights in Niles, so you won't have to worry about the daylights and no daylight. No, there are lights in this park, on this baseball field, I should say, and there will not be any worries about the game being called because of darkness. There is light. So South Range will be playing Crestview at 7 o'clock in the nightcap of the Niles District semifinals. That is coming up on Monday. All right, so that's the Niles District. Let's scoot on down to the Struthers District, shall we? Number 3, Garrettsville Garfield, winner over Ursuline. We made mention of this. Ursuline left a small village on the base paths. You simply cannot allow 9 base runners that got on base because of an error or a walk. That's a lot of base runners. A whole lot of base runners. 3 innings worth of base runners, as a matter of fact. You can't allow that many guys to be left on base. Timely hitting, and unfortunately, Ursuline only got 4 hits in the ballgame. And if you're Garrettsville Garfield, you should be breathing a very heavy sigh of relief, because I'm going to guarantee you're not going to be able to get away with that against the other 3 teams in this district. That's for sure. All right, so Garrettsville Garfield will be taking on Cardinal Mooney. You know, we made mention of this yesterday. Columbiana was in really good shape in this tournament. And then Columbiana was in great shape. Then Cardinal Mooney got a no contest against East Palestine. And because of that no contest, Cardinal Mooney was able to throw their ace against Columbiana. That right there just evened the playing field. It's one thing to, throw your ace or throw your 2 against Columbiana's 1. Advantage Columbiana. But Mooney didn't throw their 2 because they didn't use their ace because there wasn't a game in the first round. There was a no contest. So Mooney could throw their ace in the sectional title game, and any advantage Columbiana had went out the window. And Cardinal Mooney was a winner over Columbiana, 8-3. It was a pitcher's duel all the way up to the third inning, I'm sorry. Mooney scored 5 times in the third, 2 more runs in the fourth inning. They were up 7-0. At that point, Columbiana, they scored 3 times in the bottom of the 5th. Then that was as close as they could get. Mooney scored 1 run in the 7th inning, a little bit of an insurance run, and they pick up an 8-3 victory over Columbiana. Cardinal Mooney moves on. They will take on Garrettsville Garfield on, let me see here, is that Monday at 4 o'clock. Monday at 4 o'clock. Garrettsville Garfield taking on Cardinal Mooney. And that is going to be in the Struthers district. This could be very interesting as to which division. I'm gonna back up here a little bit. As to which division is going to be playing on Field 1 and which division is going to be playing on Field 2. Cardinal Mooney's home games are at Scene Park. This is going to be interesting to see what they do here because the D2 and D3 district semifinals are to be played at Bob Scene Park. So, again, let me backtrack what I said about 5 or 10 minutes ago. I have no idea which team or which division is going to get Field 1 and which division is going to get Field 2. But clearly, Division 2 and Division 3 are going to be played at the exact same time in the same ballpark or in the same complex. It's just who is going to be on Field 1, who's going to be on Field 2. My guess, and it is simply a guess, it would be Division 2 on Field 1, Division 3 on Field 2. But that is a guess on my part, and that's not official. I want to stress that. That is absolutely not official. But Garrettsville Garfield is the 3 seed. They will play number 7, Cardinal Mooney, at 4 o'clock at Bob Scene Park. Whether it's Field 1, Field 2, not 100% sure. All right, in the bottom half of the district, Burton Berkshire, a winner over Liberty 10-3. The 4 seed moves on, and they will be taking on number 5 Springfield. Springfield shuts out Southeast 5-0. This is going to be a very entertaining district semifinal game. Number 4 Burton Berkshire against number 5 Springfield. That game will be played at 6:30 on Monday evening at Bob Scene Park. Again, I'm not sure if Division 2 is going to get Field 1 or Division 3. But Field 1 and Field 2 will be housing the district semifinals in Division 2 and Division 3. But that's a heck of a good matchup. D3 in Struthers. Number 3, Garrettsville Garfield taking on number 7, Cardinal Mooney at 4 o'clock. And number 4, Burton Berkshire taking on number 5, Springfield at 6:30. That is Division 3 Struthers District. So there you go. And Division 4 Struthers District is going to be played, that would be Tuesday at 4 o'clock as well as 6:30. We'll get into the to the Struthers district right now in Division 4 because these are the games that are going to be played. Division 4 Struthers tonight. Warren JFK is the 4 seed. They are hosting number 18 Lowellville at 5 o'clock. The winner of that game goes into the district semifinals at Bob Scene Park on Tuesday afternoon at 4 o'clock. The winner of JFK and Lowellville will take on the winner of Fairport Harbor and or Fairport Harding, and Lisbon. That game is going to be played up in Ashtabula County at Fairport Harbor at 5 o'clock today. In the bottom half of the district tournaments, sectional title up for grab. Southern is home to Badger. That's a 5 o'clock start. Southern, the 7 seed. Badger, the 14 seed. And Heartland Christian is going to be home to McDonald. By the way, their home ballpark is on State Route 14, just past the 14-7 interchange, about a mile or so past, on your way to East Palestine. The complex is on the right-hand side. That's where Heartland Christian plays their games. Number 3, Heartland Christian, taking on number 9, McDonald. That game is going to start at 5 o'clock today. The winner of that game goes into the districts. If it's chalk, you would have JFK play Fairport Harding on Tuesday at 4 o'clock at Bob Scene Park. And the bottom bracket, if it's chalk, would be Southern and Heartland Christian playing the nightcap at 6:30, if it's chalk. And that would be on Tuesday at Bob Scene Park. All right. The Fairport Harbor district tournament goes like this. Top seed Jackson Milton hosting Leetonia today at Jackson Milton High School. That's a 5 o'clock start. Western Reserve has already beaten Wellsville. I don't know why they played this game yesterday, but they did, and Western Reserve shut out Wellsville 9-0. So Western Reserve is going to play the winner of Jackson Milton and Leetonia on Tuesday at 2 o'clock at Fairport Harding High School. Bottom half of the district brackets, number 5 Matthews hosting number 11 Bristol. That's a 4 o'clock game today. And finally, Hartville Lake Center Christian is hosting Louisville St. Thomas Aquinas at 5 o'clock. Lake Center is the 2 seed. St. Thomas Aquinas is the 20 seed. So if it's chalk, Jackson Milton, the 1 seed, would play number 6 Western Reserve on Tuesday at 2 o'clock at Fairport Harding. Fairport Harding High School, Fairport Harbor, up in Ashtabula County. And the nightcap would be at 5 o'clock. If it's chalk, it would be Matthews against Lake Center Christian, if it's chalk. So that's Division 4, the sectional title games today. Division 1, sectional title games today. Let's scoot over, and I think we have the Barberton district. Is anyone in Barberton? All right, no one's in Barberton. That's right. It's Canton, Euclid, and Hudson. All 3 of our teams are in different districts, which is mind-numbing. Absolutely mind-numbing. All right, district championship. It'll be Fitch taking on Massillon Jackson. That's a 5 o'clock start at Fitch High School. The winner of that game is going to be taking on the winner of number 6 Massillon Washington and number 15 Uniontown Lake. So if it is chalk, it would be Fitch taking on Massillon Washington. That game would be played on Tuesday at 5 o'clock at Thurman Munson Stadium, the former home of the Akron Rubber Ducks when they were the Canton Akron Indians. You got to go way, way back into the early 90s when Manny Ramirez, Jim Thome, Kenny Lofton, the superstars that jumped into the scene in the mid-90s and turned Cleveland upside down with great baseball. Those kids played Double-A ball at Thurman Munson Stadium when the Double-A franchise was known as the Canton Akron Indians. And then the ball club got a brand new stadium in downtown Akron. That's when they moved the team from Thurman Munson Stadium to Canal Park in downtown Akron. And it is a gorgeous park, which, by the way, will be the site for the state semifinals and state championship games. And why not? That ballpark is gorgeous. Top half of that bracket, the top seed Mayfield is taking on number 30, Akron Kenmore Garfield. Number 14, Willoughby South is hosting Alliance. Keep in mind, we've made mention of this a couple of times this week. Gavin Bruni is out for the rest of the year. He was hit by a pitch about 8 days ago. It was discovered that he has a broken arm. Still not 100% sure which arm Gavin broke. He is a left-handed pitcher. He's also a left-handed hitter. So if you're, and I'm going to do the left-handed hitting. The right arm is the bottom arm. Right arm's the bottom arm. So if he gets hit, a better than average chance that he's getting hit on the right arm instead of the left arm. Now, it doesn't mean that it's a slam dunk open and shut case, because the ball could have been up and in. He could have turned his body to where the left arm was exposed, and then you get a broken left arm, which would be disastrous because, Gavin Bruni, he could potentially make a whole lot of money with that left arm. So, again, we're not 100% sure which arm he broke. Hopefully it was his right arm and not his left arm. If it was his left arm, you could see his draft stock plummeting in a big, big way, because you're not going to see many scouts draft him because he got a broken arm. His pitching arm is broke. That's a high question mark. Is he ever going to be recovered from that? Just like Tommy John surgery, elbow surgery, or any other surgery pertaining to the shoulder, Tommy John, rotator. If that's your pitching arm, you're SOL. Unless you bounce back from it really, really well, you're SOL in terms of getting drafted, let alone getting a sniff from the scouts. So that's what's going on in the upper brackets. Again, the first game of the regionals would be at 2 o'clock, Tuesday afternoon at 2 o'clock. The winner of Mayfield takes on the winner of Akron Kenmore Garfield. The winner of Mayfield, Akron Kenmore Garfield takes on the winner of Willoughby South and Alliance on Tuesday at 2 o'clock. And then hopefully Fitch knocks off Massillon Jackson tonight. If they do, they play the winner of Massillon, Washington, and Uniontown Lake at Thurman Munson Stadium on Tuesday, May the 25th. That would be a 5 o'clock start. That is the Canton District. In the Euclid District, Harding has already played a game. They beat number 32 Painesville Harvey 11-1. Harding is the 31 seed. They will be playing in Cuyahoga Falls against Walsh Jesuit. Walsh Jesuit is the 2 seed. It's an uphill battle. This will be an uphill battle for Harding. That game starts at 5 o'clock. The other sectional title games in that district, number 10 East Lake North is hosting number 12 Hudson. Number 8 Aurora is hosting number 26 Macedonia Nordonia. And number 9 Dover is hosting number 13 Canton Glen Oak. Finally, we go to the Hudson District. Boardman is going to be taking on Green. Boardman is the 13 seed. Green is the 19 seed. That game will be played at Boardman High School today at 5 o'clock. The winner of that game takes on the winner of number 3 North Canton Hoover and number 28 Kent Roosevelt. That game would be played at Hudson High School on Tuesday at 3 o'clock. Actually, it's not Hudson High School. It's the facilities in Hudson. And I'm going to tell you what, these facilities are absolutely drop-dead gorgeous. The ballpark at Hudson, been there to cover a few games. That's a ridiculously great facility that they have in Hudson. Bottom half of the bracket, number 4 Kenston taking on number 23 Solon today at 5 o'clock, and number 7 Menor hosting number 18 Canton McKinley. So if it is chalk, we would be looking at number 3 North Canton Hoover taking on number 13 Boardman at the ballpark at Hudson on Tuesday, May the 25th, this coming Tuesday at 3 o'clock. The nightcap at 6 o'clock would be Kenston and Menor if it's chalk. Kenston, the 4 seed, Menor, the 7 seed. So that is Division 1. And we've already gone through all the other divisions, so there you go. All right, 330-886-0813, the MP Vivo Heating and Air Conditioning Hotline, open for a business. We'll take a timeout, be back with more. It is a Thursday edition of Running Point presented by Greenwood Chevrolet on Mahoning Avenue in Austintown.
New things happen all day. Some are good, some not so good. In today's complicated world, while you're busy working, playing, and living life, we're busy helping you make sense of the day's news. And there's only one place where it comes together with clarity, context, and accountability. It's 21 News at 6 with me, Madison Tromler, and Derek Steyer.
21 News at 6. It's what the day's news really means to you.
Welcome home to a home made homier with Baird Brothers Fine Hardwoods. Inspiration starts at BairdBrothers.com and is turned into reality when high-quality hardwoods are delivered right to your home. Baird Brothers has the latest design trends, shiplap and skinny lap interior siding, antique oak rustic flooring, and, well, you'll find them all at BairdBrothers.com. Ordered easily, delivered conveniently, enjoyed comfortably. BairdBrothers.com.
WRS Wealth Advisors, the area's premier wealth and retirement specialists. Located on South Avenue in Boardman.
Hi, this is Jim Myers with Myers Family Insurance, your local Medicare and retirement resource. We're excited to have sports back. Whether you're on the field or cheering from the stands, sports unifies communities and brings hope for the future. We're all one team working together. At Myers Family Insurance, we know the importance of a great team.
Our team continues to grow to help you with your Medicare and retirement needs.
The annual election period is October 15th through December 7th. Now's the time to make sure your plan continues to meet your needs for the upcoming year.
Call today.
Hi, I'm Colin Chupa. And I'm Kelsey Clem from K-Squared Marketing. Our boutique marketing firm specializes in media planning and buying, public relations, event marketing strategies, and strategic sponsorships. We can integrate our services with your existing game plan, or we can be your entire marketing team. Your goals, our game plan. Let's win together. Call K-Squared Marketing at 330-623-2730 or visit ksquared.marketing to learn more.
Your first and last stop with your tax return should be with me, Tracy Bryden at Greenwood Chevrolet in Austintown. No other dealer goes the extra mile to bring you the largest selection of vehicles at one convenient location. With guaranteed credit approval, I will find you the right vehicle and the right financing options for you. I am ready to go the extra mile to show you why no other dealer sells more cars, finances more, and gets you more for your refund than Greenwood Chevrolet in Austintown.
Quality, customer service, and integrity. Those are the 4 words that have driven our success since 1957 at Joe Dickey Electric.
Joe Dickey Electric is one Mahoning Valley landmark business that stays current with the requirements of our customers. Family owned and managed, we are an electrical contractor and energy solutions provider. Every member of our team adds to his or her skill set through ongoing training. Residential, commercial, industrial, automotive, and more. We keep ahead of the needs of our customers with a fleet of more than 50 vehicles and 24/7 emergency service, so you're never left in the dark.
Jimmy Sutton here, Director of Isle, Purple Cat, and Golden String. We are happy to support YSN and 2 of my favorite people, Scotty Mincher and Super Dave O'Malley. We are an agency that provides services for adults with disabilities. We infuse humor, passion, and joy into their lives. If you know of any folks with disabilities that need our assistance, please contact us.
Your teams work hard and give it all they've got. Well, so does ours, because 21 Sports and YSN give you extra effort when covering local sports. 21 Sports and YSN, winning coverage of our Valley's teams.
When looking for home design inspiration, don't just be inspired, be Baird inspired. Whether new or remodeling, Baird Brothers has the latest trends like shiplap to refresh your home. Go from inspiration to installation with our wide selection of in-stock American hardwoods. From the rustic charm of antique oak to the warmth of traditional cherry, Baird Brothers has what you need to make your home inspiring. Baird Brothers, our family's heritage, your family's home.
Welcome back to a Thursday edition of Running Point, presented by Greenwood Chevrolet on Mahoning Avenue in Austintown. Last night, former Indian Corey Kluber pitched a no-hitter. And we're passing out no-hitters like it's Halloween. Passing out candy on Halloween. Hey, you get a no-hitter. Oh, yeah, you're going to get a no-hitter. You, over there, no-hitter. 6 of them this year. This is borderline embarrassing is what it is. And I know a lot of people are going to sit back and say, well, the pitching, it's the pitching. The guys are throwing harder. They're throwing harder. Doesn't mean you get a better spin rate. In order to get a better spin rate, you got to grip the ball a little bit better. I'll say it. There's a pretty good chance there's guys that are doctoring the baseball in order to have those high spin rates. There's a pretty good chance that guys are using some things that you shouldn't be using. I'll tell you this, though. The 2021 campaign, this is turning out to be one of the worst offensive years in the history of this game. As of today, or entering yesterday, I beg your pardon, entering yesterday, the average Major League Baseball game had a little under 8 hits per team. 7.83 hits per team entering Wednesday. Now, you would think, okay, 7.83 hits per game, that's pretty good. I mean, through the course of a game, we're not talking combined. I mean, this should actually be pretty good. No, actually, it's not. In fact, there's only one season that is ended with a figure lower than 7.83 hits per game, and that was all the way back into the dead ball era, 1908. Now, 1968, that was the year Bob Gibson had a 1.12 earned run average. The pitcher's mound was 5 or 6 inches bigger than what it is today. They lowered the pitching mound as soon as Gibson had that ridiculous year. Still the lowest earned run average by any starting pitcher after the dead ball era. They lowered the mound 5 or 6 inches. 1909, 1907, horrible years offensively, but that was in the dead ball era. Truth be told, this has been a bad year for offense. So when people sit back and scream at the Indians not being able to hit the ball, this is happening all throughout Major League Baseball. By the way, the highest hits per game average since 1900, that would be 1930. Each team got over 10 hits per game that year. Even in the steroid era, you never saw a team average 10 hits per game. The home runs were pretty ridiculous, but you never in the steroid era you didn't see the highest hits per game average. You have to go way back in 1930. The top 5 were 1930, 1925, 1921, 1936, and 1929. That, according to the Associated Press, Noah Trister with this information, and we thank him very much for this. The year of the pitcher in 1968, the average hits per game a little above 7.83. That's the low mark. That's the lowest mark, and that was back in 1908. The dead ball era. It was actually lower than 7.83, which is where we are right now heading into Wednesday. Now, a lot of folks will sit back and say the velocity, the spin rate, it's very difficult for the hitters. Okay, I get that. I get that. But the velocity and the spin rate aren't the same thing. In order to have spin rate, you have to be able to grip the seams and use the velocity, but you got to be able to grip those seams pretty good in order to get that crazy spin rate. Guys were throwing in the mid-90s 3 or 4 years ago, and you didn't have the spin rate that you have now. And I'll say it again. The ball isn't doctored. The people on the mound, pretty good chance they're doctoring the ball. Pretty good chance they're doctoring the ball. And it would not surprise me in the next few days to see Major League Baseball come down on these pitchers and start having the umpires do a little bit of investigating, and it wouldn't surprise me. Would not surprise me to see that. However, there are some other things. And it was so refreshing to see Ohtani do what I have been saying for years, ever since the Major League Baseball. And look, kudos to the people that do the shift. I mean, the shift it's going to be what the scouting report says. Look, the advanced scouts, they have a great scouting report for every single team. And then you would include the analytics. Everyone is going to have a pretty good idea what each player does, whether it's the advanced scout that sees the team a couple of weeks prior to we'll give the Pirates as an example. The Pirates are playing or just got finished playing St. Louis. I'll tell you right now that an advanced scout from the Pirates probably seeing the opponent the next week or two. And they're going to prepare an advanced scout notes and whatnot to give to Derek Shelton and the hitting coach and the pitching coach. That's how this works. And they also throw analytics in this. It's more analytics than advanced scouts these days, but the advanced scouts see it firsthand with their eyes, and then they use that along with the analytics. But that's the process, and that's the product of, hey, we're gonna shift because we know that you can't hit the ball to this side of the field, so we're gonna shift over here. And it's mainly guys that are left-handed. Oh, you can't hit the ball the opposite way. Okay, the third baseman's playing where the shortstop normally plays. The shortstop's going to be playing behind the bag or just to the right field side of the bag. The second baseman's going to be in shallow right field, and the first baseman's going to be playing normal. Good luck trying to hit the ball through this shift. And it was so refreshing to see Ohtani actually do what I have been screaming about for the last 3 or 4 years. I'll take a bunt up the third base line, and I'll just go to first base. If you're going to give me this hit, I'll take it. Problem solved. What the hell are you guys doing trying to go head first into the brick wall? Oh yeah, I'm gonna show them. I'm gonna put the ball where these guys aren't. Okay, that great. If you can do that, wonderful. Problem is, not many of these guys have been able to do that. Wicked line drive right in front of the second baseman who plays it on a hop in shallow right field, and the shift takes away another base hit. How about you, I don't know, learn to hit the ball the opposite way, or, I don't know, bunt up the third base line? When Ohtani did that, I swear to God, a tear came down my face. I was like, finally, someone understands this game. If you have a bunch of people playing on one side of the infield with one of the infielders in the shallow part of the outfield, and the third base line is wide open, or anything where you can ground the ball up the third base line or over the bag or 2 feet inside the bag, or 2 feet to the other side of the bag where the third baseman can't even get to it because he's playing over it short, you got a base hit. So it was good to see Ohtani do that. Now, are they going to be continuing to do that? Probably not, based on history. So how is this going to play out? How is this going to play out? I mean, look, analytics. I'm not a fan. I understand where analytics comes in. I get it. It's not the be-all, end-all. It never has been. It never will be. But there's a place for this game in analytics. There absolutely is a place. But I would also say that I would much rather see my manager managing not exclusively by analytics, because, again, analytics is not 100%. Nothing is 100%. Sometimes you got to trust your gut. Sometimes you got to see what analytics isn't showing you. The eyes are just as a big a weapon as analytics is. And I think a lot of the newer folks into the game think that analytics is the be-all, end-all, and it sure as hell isn't. There's a place for it, but you can't win strictly on analytics. You have to have some common sense, old-school baseball in order to win. Otherwise, you're just not going to be able to win. Ask the Oakland A's, Moneyball. Moneyball was bullshit. Moneyball was bullshit. You know what Moneyball was? Moneyball was Mulder, Zito, and Hudson. That's what Moneyball was. Mulder, Zito, and Hudson. That's what Moneyball was, kids. 3 really good starting pitchers that pitched their ass off and got Oakland into the playoffs. And what did they do in the playoffs? That's, again, that's at the end of the day, how is this going to turn around? 6 no-hitters to this point. Here's a startling statistic of Major League Baseball. This is a startling stat. First of all, the fact that there are 21 complete games in Major League Baseball. We're about 25% of the way through the season. The fact that there are 21 complete games in all of Major League Baseball is amazing. We weren't anywhere close to that for a number of years, for a whole year. We weren't even close to that. So the fact that there are 21 complete games, 25% of the way, we're on pace to have about 84 complete games this year. That's cool. I like that. But do you know that of the 21 complete games, just under 30% of those complete games have been no-hitters? 6 of the 21 complete games have been no-hitters. That is borderline 30% of your complete games are no-hitters. And again, 7.83 hits per team. That was the average Major League Baseball team. The average going into Wednesday's games. That is the lowest that Major League Baseball has had in terms of hits per team since 1908. And that was during the dead ball era. Well, the pitching is obviously good. Well, look, again, guys are throwing harder. It's not like these guys have jumped 6 miles an hour the last year. Guys have thrown hard for the last 5 years. Guys have thrown really hard for the last 5 years. We've had offense prior to this year. We've had some offense. We've had much better offense the last 4 years than we currently have right now. Spin rate has been around for 5 years. And we've had more offense in the 4 of those years. Now, the spin rates are up this year. And again, I'm just going to say it. Yes, if you throw the ball hard, you should be able to, you get more velocity. Should you be able to have a better spin rate? That's up for debate. Just because you throw a ball hard doesn't necessarily mean that you get spin rate. You get spin rate because you're able to grip the seams, whether it's a slider, whether it's a curveball. You're getting spin rate because you're able to grip the seams and throw hard. Guy's been throwing hard for the last 5, 6 years. But the spin rate is up pretty dramatically this year. I'm just going to piece this little thing together and just tell you right now, this is not an accusation. This is a common sense. I'm using my baseball brain, and I got a pretty good baseball brain. I'm going to tell you right now, you got some pitchers that are putting some foreign substances on their fingers in order to get these crazy spin rates. I'm just going to tell you that right now. Just my opinion. I'm thinking that Major League Baseball in the next week or so is going to finally come to this conclusion, or at least I would hope. They'll come to this conclusion and we'll suddenly see the cat out of the bag and things will get back to normal here pretty quickly. This wouldn't surprise anybody. Okay, what was it, about a year or so ago? The clubhouse guy with the Anaheim Angels got fired basically because he let the cat out of the bag, letting everyone know that he had a combination substance that you can use on your fingers, that then the grip of the seams would be ridiculous, and the grip of the seams ridiculous. You throw the ball hard, grip of the seams equals RPMs or spin rates, which would be ridiculous, which makes the ball dance around all kinds of ridiculous. Yeah. Come on. This isn't rocket science. This ain't rocket science. That's what's going on. You can throw the ball hard, but you also have to have a pretty damn good grip on that ball with the seams in order for you to get that spin rate. I'm just saying. All right, 330-886-0813, the MP Vivo Heating and Air Conditioning Hotline, open for business. Yesterday, had an opportunity to introduce the manager of the Mahoning Valley Scrappers, Coco Crisp. What a great guy. Cannot wait to broadcast the Scrappers games coming up 6 days from now, the home opener at Eastwood Field, as the Scrappers will be taking on State College. 2-game series with State College, and then Frederick comes to town for a weekend series. The first homestand will be 5 games. First homestand, limited tickets are going to be available, mainly because the first homestand is prior to June 2nd, which is the day in which the state of Ohio is essentially opening up the state for business. The masks are no longer going to be used if you've been vaccinated. You can sell any ticket to any game. All seats will be available, whether it's Progressive Field, the Great American Ballpark in Cincinnati, the minor league ballparks, including Eastwood Field, beginning June the 2nd. All of those tickets will be available to the public as the state of Ohio will finally get themselves out of the COVID era, and hopefully once and for all out of the COVID era. But the first homestand for the Scrappers, there's going to be limited tickets available. So you may want to get on the horn, give the Scrappers a call. Opening night is Wednesday. We're going to be home Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. You can call the Scrappers box office, 330-505-0000. That's 330-505-0000, or get online, mvscrappers.com, mvscrappers.com. A couple of kids have already come into the clubhouse. The roster will be official late this week. Season starts on Monday in Morgantown, West Virginia. There will be a local flair. Drake Batcho, he pitched for Champion, went to Cincinnati. He is going to be on this team once the Bearcats season is over. Once that season is over, he will be on this team, as will Colin Floyd, the YSU left-hander. Once the Penguins baseball season is complete, he will be on this team. Now, obviously, since we do love our Penguins, obviously we don't want to see Mr. Floyd pitching anytime soon, because that would mean that the YSU baseball season has come to a close. So we certainly want Colin Floyd to make a deep run in the YSU baseball team, to make a very, very deep run in the Horizon League tournament, win that, and then make a deep run in the NCAA tournament. But like we had said, if once the Penguins season is over, Colin Floyd is going to be part of the Mahoning Valley Scrappers. Michael Turner, who is going to school at Kent State, former champion Golden Flash. He and Drake Batcho were on that champion team that won a state championship. Michael Turner is going to be a part of the draft league. Again, once Kent State is eliminated from their tournament, then they will meander their way up to Eastwood Field and be part of the Mahoning Valley Scrappers. It's going to be a fun year. It's going to be a whole lot of fun. It was a good turnout yesterday. Gorgeous, gorgeous night. Hopefully we can get about 34 more of those for the season. But it was an absolutely gorgeous night as Coco Crisp made his way into the Valley, and he is here. He's going to be the manager of the team. It was interesting to hear him and to hear his philosophy. And this is, I think people need to remember this as well. And we'll do this before we go to break. I know that some folks have some apprehension about the league. Let me just say this. I think that there is a really good chance there is going to be better talent in this inaugural Major League Baseball Draft League than the average talent that you saw coming through Eastwood in the New York Penn League. I think that the talent will be better in this league. I think there is a really good chance that the talent will be better in the Major League Baseball Draft League than a normal regular season or a normal season in the New York Penn League. And I love the fact that Coco yesterday said, hey, I'm going to let the kids be the kids. I'm going to let them do their thing until they can't do their thing. Then I'm going to have to put some shackles on some of the kids. In other words, everyone's going to get the green light to steal a base. As long as you can steal it, you get the green light. But if you can't steal a base, you're not going to get a green light anymore. You're going to get a green light to hit on a 3-0 pitch. But if you can't hit a 3-0 pitch and get on base, you ain't getting a green light anymore. You can get a green light to, lay down a bunt, try to leg it out for a base hit. But if you can't lay down that bunt and get the base hit, you ain't getting the green light anymore. You see where I'm coming from with this? Look, this is a league in which the kids are going to have every opportunity to win the scouts over. And here's the other thing. There have been scouts that have gone through Eastwood Field. On a normal night, you would see 1 or 2 scouts. I think it's pretty safe to say, and maybe not at the beginning, but when this is completely going, when most of the teams, college and high school, have been eliminated and the players have come to the Scrappers or the State College Spikes, the West Virginia Black Bears, the Frederick Keys, the Williamsport Crosscutters, the Trenton Thunder. I think I mentioned everyone. When everyone is playing in the draft league, I think you're going to be seeing a lot of scouts. Because this isn't one of these, hey, we're here prior to the trade deadline just to see, if we make a deal with this team, let's see what this team has in their organization. This is a little bit different. This is actually a lot different because none of these kids have a home in Major League Baseball right now. None of these kids have been drafted. Hence the reason why I think you'll see a lot more scouts on a nightly basis checking out the players in this league. Because every scout wants to be able to be the guy that found the diamond in the rough. I have talked to so many scouts in the years that I was doing minor league baseball. It's crazy. And a lot of these guys are former players, whether it be minor league players or they got into the major leagues. Mike Jorgensen is a guy, former Mets first baseman. He's a guy, he and I hit it off really, really well during my years in West 10. Their job is simple. I mean, it's on paper it's simple, but it's not. But their job, simply put, is to find the diamond in the rough. And you do that, and all of a sudden you get some promotions. You find enough diamonds in the rough, all of a sudden you're now, instead of being assigned to territory, now you're a regional scout or a national scout or a cross-checker, or maybe you get to call into the major leagues and be a major league scout where you're no longer beating the bushes of minor league baseball and now the draft league, but now your job is to go to a major league ballpark and do some scouting. And, oh, by the way, you're also doing advanced scouting for the team as they get prepared to play the team you're scouting in the next week to 10 days to 14 days. That's where you really want to be because you get a little bit more cachet, if you will. But make no mistake about this. You will see a little more scout activity in this league, mainly because these kids, they're fair game for everybody. They're fair game for all 30 teams. So pretty safe to say every single Major League Baseball team is going to be sending a scout to Eastwood Field. At some point in the year, I'll be stunned if every team hasn't sent their scout or a scout or scouts to Eastwood to check out the product. I'll be stunned. All right, 330-886-0813. We'll take a timeout. Be back to open the phone lines. MP Vivo Heating and Air Conditioning Hotline open for business. We'll run through the baseball and softball scene again and take your phone calls on this Thursday edition of Running Point, brought to you by Greenwood Chevrolet on Mahoning Avenue in Austintown.
Hello, I'm Greg Burbick with G. Burbick Farms. For the last 100 years, my family has farmed in Columbiana and Mahoning counties. I began raising cattle in 1996 with the goal of providing a better product for you and your family on the dinner table. Our grass-fed and grain-supplemented Black Angus beef are raised with no hormones, steroids, or antibiotics. We're known for our hometown-friendly service and incredible tasting products. We're locally owned and have customers across the tri-state area. Our products go from our farm to your family. Stop by our farm on New Buffalo Road or visit us on the web at gburbickfarms.com. Don't forget to like us on Facebook. G. Burbick Farms, it just tastes better.
This is Tommy Clem, owner of WRS Insurance Solutions.
WRS Insurance Solutions is a local independent agency that specializes in life, Medicare, long-term care, and disability products. Call us at 330-953-3722 or visit us at wrsinsuranceSolutions.com to learn more.
Good luck to all the student athletes in the Valley.
If you're looking for a quality pre-owned vehicle, why shop anywhere else but Tri-State Ford? Choose from our great selection of pre-owned vehicles. Plus, we've got you covered with our exclusive Tri-State Ford Advantage. It includes a 10-year, 200,000-mile warranty with your pre-owned vehicle and much more. Come see why so many customers from the Tri-State area buy their pre-owned vehicle at Tri-State Ford.
Customer focus, community driven. Tri-State Ford East Liverpool or visit tristateford.net.
No matter what the weather, be prepared with a reliable, efficient Ruud gas furnace or air conditioner from MP Vivo Heating and Air Conditioning. Call your energy efficient expert, MP Vivo, today for a free estimate.
Here at MP Vivo, we rely on Ruud, and so should you.
It's storm season.
I think we're under the gun for some heavy storms over the next couple of hours.
And Storm Tracker 21 is ready.
This is probably the one we're keeping a closer eye on.
On air.
And locally, we're going to have a lot of eyes on our area.
Online.
All right, let's talk high-risk futurecast and the timing of this weather.
On social media and on our app.
Rain will come and go tomorrow. There'll be some dry intervals.
Stay ready with Storm Tracker 21.
The severe weather threat now through around sunset this evening.
Myers Family Insurance knows the importance of a great team.
Our team continues to grow to help you with your Medicare and retirement needs.
The annual election period is October 15th through December 7th. Now's the time to make sure your plan continues to meet your needs for the upcoming year.
Call today.
"60 years ago, Baird Brothers Fine Hardwoods began with 3 siblings, a hand-set sawmill, and a few local orders. And while business has certainly changed over the years, what has not are our principles of hard work, craftsmanship, and commitment to quality. At Baird Brothers, we're proud to put our name on the products we create, from moldings and doors to flooring and lumber. Thank you for 60 great years. We look forward to 60 more. Baird Brothers, for the place you love."
At Hubbard Chevrolet, Hubbard can help you get the financing you need regardless of your situation. I'm Tony Page, and I've helped thousands of customers in Northeast Ohio and Western Pennsylvania buy a vehicle. Bad credit, no problem. I can get you approved for a low-interest loan and maybe even a low-payment lease on a new car at the #1 Chevy dealership in Trumbull County for 3 years in a row. Visit HubbardChevy.com to get pre-approved or come see me, Tony Page, to get a new vehicle today. Remember, folks, Hubbard can help.
Welcome back to a Thursday edition of Running Point, presented by Greenwood Chevrolet on Mahoning Avenue in Austintown. Ron Potesta with you right up till 3 o'clock, at which time it'll be Power Hour time with DJ and the fellas. All right, let's run down the list of games again. Division 4 and Division 1 playing their sectional title games. This is in the Struthers District. It'll be number 4 Warren JFK. They will be hosting number 18 Lowellville. That game will be played up at JFK, 5 o'clock starts. Fairport Harding is the 8th seed. Lisbon going to take the long trip to Fairport Harbor up in Ashtabula County. Lisbon taking on Fairport Harding. That'll be a 10 versus an 8. Hopefully Lisbon will be able to pull off the upset. That game will start at 5 o'clock up in Ashtabula County. In the bottom half of the Struthers District, Southern will be hosting Badger. The Indians are the 7 seed. The Badger Braves are the 14 seed. I guess it's the battle of Native American nicknames. Native American nicknames on display today. The Southern Local Indians, the Badger Braves. Southern is the 7 seed. The Braves are the 14 seed. That game is at 5 o'clock in Salineville. Badger has a hell of a drive awaiting them as well. It's Lisbon making a drive to Fairport Harding, and Badger making a drive all the way into God's country in the southern part of Columbiana County, Salineville, Ohio. And finally, Heartland Christian, the 3 seed, will be hosting number 9 McDonald. This is going to be a really good game. This one has the makings of a good one. It's a 5 o'clock starts at the complex in East Palestine. For those looking to go to this game, it's pretty easy to get to. You just go on 14 and you head toward PA. You can't miss the facilities. It's going to be on your right-hand side heading toward PA. And it's, what is it, about 2 miles? About 2 miles after the 714 interchange, maybe a little further. The 714 intersection. You got the red light. 14 goes this way, and Route 7 goes this way. Construction all over the place at Route 7. If you turned right from 14 on to 7, heading out toward New Waterford, you got that construction that's going on. It's a pain in the ass. Anyway, you don't have to deal with the construction. But if the 7 and 14 intersection, I think the complex is like 2 miles or so on the right-hand side past the 714 intersection. That game's going to be at 5 o'clock today. I'm looking forward to seeing this one. I believe we have it on the network. If we do, it's Mark Franken with the call. Mark does a good job. 3 versus 9, Heartland Christian against McDonald. That's in the Struthers district. Those games will be starting at 5 o'clock. In the Fairport Harbor district, let's see, we have my alma mater taking on Jackson Milton. Leetonia is the 19 seed. Jackson Milton is the top seed in this Super Size Me District tournament. The winner of that game, by the way, will get Western Reserve. How this game was played yesterday, beyond me. Normally, they're pretty consistent with the scheduling that everyone would play on a particular day, but apparently they could not get that game in today for some strange reason. So Western Reserve and Wellsville played yesterday at Western Reserve, and Western Reserve knocked off Wellsville 9-0. So Western Reserve is in the district semifinals, and they will be playing the district semifinals next week, and that would be next Tuesday at Fairport Harbor. Fairport Harding High School, Fairport Harbor up in Ashtabula County. Again, Western Reserve taking on the winner of Leetonia and Jackson Milton. Jackson Milton's going to be the heavy favorite in this game. No disrespect to my alma mater, but come on. These two teams have played each other already this year. I think Leetonia actually might have given them a decent game. But the Blue Jays are, woof, that's a good team. Okay, the other 2 games, Matthews, the 5 seed, will be taking on number 11 Bristol. That'll be in Vienna. That is a 4 o'clock start. So if you're planning on going to that game, make sure you are aware that it's not a 5 o'clock start. It's a 4 o'clock start. So if you're headed to Vienna to check out Matthews and Bristol, make sure you're there by 4 o'clock because that is a 4 o'clock start. And the other game in the Fairport Harbor district, number 2 Lake Center Christian will be hosting number 20 Louisville St. Thomas Aquinas. And the district semifinals will get underway on Tuesday afternoon. That is what is going on in Division 4. You have Division 1 sectional title games. The Division 1 sectional title game from Canton, it'll be the Fitch Falcons, the 5 seed. They will be hosting number 11 Massillon Jackson. That is a 5 o'clock game. That game will be played at Fitch High School. The all-turf complex at Fitch. Number 5 Fitch taking on number 11 Massillon Jackson. The winner of that game goes into the district tournaments to be played on Tuesday afternoon at 5 o'clock from Thurman Munson Stadium in Canton. That is a beautiful, beautiful ballpark. A little up there in age, but still a beautiful ballpark. Named after the infamous Yankee captain that was born and raised in northeastern Ohio in Canton, went to Kent State, was a member of the New York Yankees during their heyday, two-time World Series champion, was the captain of the New York Yankees during the Bronx Zoo, tragically died in the airplane accident practicing takeoffs and landings at the Canton-Akron Regional Airport. He died the day before my 15th birthday. Day before my 15th birthday. August 2nd, 1979 was when Thurman Munson passed away. And he passed away that, I want to say late morning, early afternoon. He had done some practice takeoffs and landings with his Cessna jet. And for whatever reason, the plane malfunctioned, and he wound up crashing the plane and was not able to survive it. He passed away like a day before my 15th birthday. I didn't know about it until that night. I didn't know anything about it, and that was before. I think it was a month before SportsCenter, a month before ESPN, where the getting your sports was extremely limited back then. It was extremely, extremely limited. You only had one or two sports talk shows. These days, you know, with podcasts like this one and terrestrial radio, you've got all sports radio stations now. For God's sake, they didn't even think of that back then. It was just a really quiet time, and getting sports was tough. You had to rely on the newspapers. You had to rely on radio broadcasts, television broadcasts, because you didn't have the internet. You didn't have, you didn't have social media. You didn't have podcasts. You didn't have, all sports stations. So it was tough to get some news. So I didn't find out about Thurman Munson dying in that plane crash till later in the evening. I was at my best friend was playing in a all-star game. He was in, it was the day before his 13th birthday. He was playing in a Little League all-star game, and their head coach was a huge Yankees fan, and he was really distraught over this after the game. And we were just like, what the hell's wrong with him? And then he said, hey, man, this, really bad news. Yankee catcher Thurman Munson died. I'm like, holy crap. So, yeah, the stadium is named after the legendary captain of the New York Yankees. Anyway, Fitch will be playing Massillon Jackson at Austintown Fitch today from Fitch High School. The gorgeous turf facilities at Fitch High School. The Euclid District, Harding is going to be playing Walsh Jesuit. Harding's the 31st seed. Walsh Jesuit, the 2nd seed. That game is at 5 o'clock. Good luck to Warren Harding. In the Hudson District, Boardman is the 13 seed. They will be hosting Greene. So that game is going to be played at Boardman in their baseball field. Boardman, the 13 seed, Greene, the 19 seed. If the Spartans win, they would go to the ballpark at Hudson, which is is that a good complex? Beautiful, beautiful complex. They would play the winner of number 3 North Canton Hoover and number 28 Kent Roosevelt, and that would be played. As I just lost my space. That would be played on Tuesday, this coming Tuesday, the 25th of May at 3 o'clock. If Boardman were to beat Greene today, they would play on Tuesday at 3 o'clock in the district semifinals from the ballpark at Hudson. They would take on the winner of number 3 North Canton Hoover and number 28 Kent Roosevelt. So those are the the sectional finals. The sectional finals all throughout Division 1 and Division 4. As for the softball, you have the D2 and the D3 district championships. We've already discussed the D1 and D4 district champions. They were crowned yesterday. Let's go to D3 first. In the Canfield district, which is Youngstown State University, that's where they're going to be playing this game. This is going to be a 4 o'clock start. The top-seeded Ursuline Irish will be taking on number 8 Newton Falls. That game is going to be played at Farmers National Bank Field on the campus of Youngstown State University. This is Ursuline's home field. By the way, the winner of this game will go into the Youngstown Regional, and they would play the winner of the Wellington District, and that's where a few teams were upset. West Salem Northwestern in the district semifinals upset Independence 2-0, and the top seed Wellington was buried by number 6 Sheffield Brookside. So Sheffield Brookside, the 6th seed, is playing the 5 seed West Salem Northwestern. That's a 5 o'clock game over at the Wellington District. And Ursuline Newton Falls winner will be playing the winner of the Wellington District in the regional semifinals. Let's go to the Leavittsburg District, where the district championship game, and man, is this going to be a good one. Number 2 Canfield taking on number 3 Champion. The last time Champion lost a playoff game, a tournament game, you got to go back to 2016 when South Range beat them in the regional semifinals. And that was the year that South Range went to the state championship game in Division 3. They wound up getting beat by a really good Wheelersburg team. But that was the last time Champion had lost a playoff game, a tournament game, because they won a state championship in 2017, 2018, 2019, and they were the favorites to win last year, and everyone knows what happened last year. Didn't have a season. So you got to go all the way back to 2016, the last time that Champion was eliminated in a tournament game. So it'll be Champion in South Range. This is going to be a damn good game. I mean, no mistake in this at all. This is going to be a really good game. 5 o'clock start from LeBray High School. The winner of this game is going to be taking on the winner of the Creston District, and that's where number 3 Massillon Tuslaw is going to be playing number 7 Sullivan Black River. Sullivan Black River upset number 2 Norwayne 3-0 as they beat Norwayne on their home field, because this is the Creston District. Creston Norwayne was defeated in the district semifinals by Sullivan Black River 3-0. So Sullivan Black River will be playing Massillon Tuslaw. The winner of that game will take on the winner of the South Range Champion game. Now, it's an interesting note. Should South Range and Sullivan Black River both win, this would not be a stranger in terms of the two schools playing each other in an athletic event. A couple of years back when South Range won Division 5 Region 17, they won that region, went to the state semifinals, and played Sullivan Black River. That was Dan Yeagley, perhaps his best team, at least the furthest that they have ever advanced. They wound up losing to Sullivan Black River. I think they lost by like a touchdown or 10 points. But it was a really, really solid game by both teams. So if South Range and Sullivan Black River were to win their district championship games, they would play each other in the regional semifinals. And again, that would be a situation where the two schools, they kind of know each other from a few years ago with the football teams playing each other in the state semifinals. This would be a regional semifinal berth instead. Let's go to Division II, the Hubbard District. We made mention the Hubbard Eagles upsetting Canfield a couple of days ago, 2-1. The Hubbard Eagles are the 7 seed. They will be taking on top-seeded Marlington. These two teams played each other earlier in the year. Marlington beat Hubbard earlier in the year. We'll see how this turns out. The way Hubbard's been playing, nothing would surprise me. Nothing would surprise me. Hubbard, they knocked off Southeast 10-4 in the sectional title game, and then they upset Canfield 2-1 to get to the district championship game. Marlington had to come from behind, scoring 12 runs in, I believe, the 5th inning to beat Girard 13-6, and they had trouble with Lakeview as well. They beat Lakeview 12-11. Marlington has not played really good softball in this tournament. It wouldn't surprise me. It really wouldn't surprise me if Hubbard got the job done. Whoever wins that game is going to be taking on the winner of the Akron district, and that is where number 2, Wooster Triway, is going to be playing number 7, Copley. Copley upset Medina Buckeye 12-3 in the district semifinals to get to the district championship game. Wooster Triway has yet to give up a run in this tournament. They shut out Peninsula Woodridge 19-0, and they shut out Hoban in the district semifinals 10-0. So they have outscored their opponents 29-0. They are playing as we speak. That is a 1 o'clock start. Wooster Triway is playing Copley as we speak. The winner of that game will take on the winner of Hubbard and Marlington. Meanwhile, in the Jefferson District, your district championship game will be number 5, West Branch, taking on number 6, Field. Field upset number 4, Poland, 9-2 a couple of days ago. West Branch, meanwhile, they knocked off the 3 seed, Aurora, 5-3. So a couple of lower seeds that wound up into the district championship game. West Branch has had a pretty nice run in their 2 games. They beat Perry in the sectional title game 2-0, and they beat Aurora 5-3. So they've only given up 3 runs in the 2 games that they have played. Mogador Field knocked off Poland 9-2 in the district semifinals. In the sectional title game, they beat Notre Dame Cathedral Latin 11-2. So Field has scored 20 runs. They've given up 4 in the 2 games that they have played. So West Branch is going to have to do a really good job of pitching, since Field is scoring an average of 10 runs per game in the 2 games thus far in this tournament. Number 5, West Branch, taking on number 6, Mogador Field in the district championship game up in Jefferson. The winner of that game is going to be taking on the Canton district winner. And that district game will feature number 3, Richfield Revere, against number 4, Norton. Norton knocked off Talmadge, the 8 seed, 5-2 in the district semifinals. Meanwhile, Richfield Revere shut out Akron Coventry, the 6 seed in the district semifinals, 3-0. As a matter of fact, Richfield Revere has not allowed a run in the tournaments. They have scored 19 runs. They have not allowed the run in the first 2 games of their tournaments. Meanwhile, Norton has beaten Talmadge 5-2, and they beat Canal Fulton Northwest 2-1. So they have outscored their opponents 7-3. That's a far cry from 19-0, as Richfield Revere has not even given up a run in the tournament. So that's a damn good run by Richfield Revere. They get the winner of the West Branch game, as West Branch will be playing Mogadore Field in the district championship game. That's going to get underway at 4 o'clock this afternoon. All right, we'll take a timeout. Be back with more. It is a Thursday edition of Running Point presented by Greenwood Chevrolet on Mahoning Avenue in Austintown.
Hi everyone, this is DJ Yoakley with Your Sports Network. We appreciate your support of YSN and welcome you to the YSN family. Our broadcast streams are brought to you live at no cost to you by sponsors that are local to this community. Without the vision and generosity of our sponsors and partners, we would not be able to bring this game to you today. So please support the great businesses and leaders that are making this game possible. And if you're a business in need of great advertising and sponsorship opportunities, feel free to head over to our site for more information on the right fit for you. We are local, we are loyal, and we are live. We are YSN.
News doesn't stop after the sun goes down. Sometimes you just have to hustle to get it. At 21 News, no matter how far it is, no matter what it takes to get there, we're working to bring you the best stories and the freshest content at 11 p.m. with the context and clarity that makes it worth staying up for, no matter what time it is. 21 News at 11 with me, Aaron Simonek, and Derek Steyer.
21 News at 11, news that's worth your time.
WRS Wealth Advisors is the area's premier wealth and retirement specialist. With our combined 70 years experience and comprehensive wealth strategy, we assist our clients attain their goals. Call 330-965-0370 to learn more about our individual and corporate financial planning services, or visit WRSWealthAdvisors.com. Good luck, athletes!
Your first and last stop with your tax return should be with me, Tracy Bryden at Greenwood Chevrolet in Austintown. No other dealer sells more cars, finances more, and gets you more for your refund than Greenwood Chevrolet in Austintown.
Ah, the details. Baird Brothers Fine Hardwoods is one fine ride. Perfect cornering, superb handling, sporty and stylish, power to spare, plus awesome mileage. Yeah, jaw-droppingly beautiful lines and well appointed with luxurious trim. Put more oomph in your life and start beholding the molding. Find your home's fine hardwood at BairdBrothers.com.
Planning a project around your home or rental property? Trust the electrical service to the local experts with 62 years of serving the Mahoning Valley. Joe Dickey Electric is your local go-to source for responsive, reliable residential electrical work. From everyday maintenance and repairs to new installations, electrical upgrades, and safety inspections, no job is too big or too small. Call Joe Dickey Electric today, 800-549-3976, or visit DickeyElectric.com. That's DickeyElectric.com.
For heating, cooling, and indoor air quality, the Mahoning Valley trusts MP Vivo Heating and Air Conditioning, offering worry-free repair, service, and installation. Call MP Vivo today for a free estimate.
MP Vivo Heating and Air Conditioning. We're your energy-efficient experts.
If you're looking for a new Ford vehicle, why shop anywhere else but Tri-State Ford? Choose from our great selection of new Ford models. Plus, we've got you covered with our exclusive Tri-State Ford Advantage. It includes a 10-year, 200,000-mile warranty with your new Ford. Come see why so many customers from the Tri-State area buy their new Ford at Tri-State Ford.
Customer focus, community driven. Tri-State Ford East Liverpool or visit tristateford.net.
Welcome back to a Thursday edition of Running Point. Ron Potesta with you. MP Vivo Heating and Air Conditioning Hotline open for business. 330-886-0813. That's 330-886-0813. We're 25% of the way through the Major League Baseball season. To give everyone an idea of where we sit in terms of our two local teams, the Indians are currently 23-18, and they are currently 2.5 games in back of the Chicago White Sox. White Sox own a 26-16 record, 2.5 games better than the Indians. The Indians at 23-18, they're knocking on the door in terms of a playoff spot. Playoffs? But again, 75% of the season left. I mean, a little under 75% of the season left. Right now, the Indians a half a game out of the wild card spot. As a matter of fact, Tampa has a 25-19 record. The Indians are 23-18. I think the Rays have played 3 more games than the Indians have at this point. They're the second wild card team. Houston would be the first wild card team. The Astros are 24-18. The Indians are just a half a game in back of the Astros. The Astros with 1 more game played than the Indians. Houston is in Oakland this afternoon taking on the A's, while the Indians are off today as they come back home to open up a series with the Minnesota Twins. And speaking of Minnesota, they have buried themselves. Oof. Twins are off to a horrendous start. Hopefully, the Indians can continue to put some dirt on that grave. The Twins are 14-27, 11.5 games out of first place. They are in dead last place in the American League Central Division, 11.5 games out of first place at 14-27. All right, the Pirates just concluded their series with St. Louis. They are now in Atlanta, getting set to take on the Braves tonight. Buccos have played 41 games on the campaign. Pirates are 17-20, actually 17-25. They've played 42 games this year. They are 17-25, 7.5 games out of first place. They lost to the Cardinals last night. So they're 7.5 games out of first place. They're in last place in the National League Central Division. 17 out of 42 is a 405 win percentage. They're on pace right now to win 66 games. So they would finish 66-96, which if they can get away with not having a 100-loss season, I think that would be outstanding for the Bucs. I mean, this is a rebuild. Look, the organization, top to bottom, has been rebuilt to the tune of the minor league system has finally got some bodies, some good bodies in their system with the deals that they made, and it's going to take a little while. It will certainly take a little while for the Pirates to turn it around, but you know it's not out of the realm of possibility for the Pirates to be a 500 team as early as next year and be a strong contender for the National League Central Division as early as 2023. It just depends on how the farm system percolates, but right now, look, I mean, I think a lot of folks thought that this was going to be a rebuilding year one of the rebuilding campaign, and it will be. I think the minor league system has gotten stronger. I think there's far more prospects in the minor league system, and I think things are going to be okay. You're just going to have to be patient, and I know Pirate fans don't like hearing that, but you're going to have to be patient on this one. But the Bucs 17-25. They're in Atlanta taking on the Braves. The Braves are a sub-500 team. This is a little interesting. And the guy that's the manager there, he's a good friend from minor league baseball days. Brian Snitker, who was the Double-A manager of the Braves affiliate. When I first got into the Southern League, they were in Greenville, South Carolina. And then after the 2004 season, they got out of Greenville and Municipal Stadium, which was a dump. And they went to the suburbs of Jackson, Mississippi, Pearl, Mississippi, to be exact. And they have a gorgeous, gorgeous stadium in Pearl, Mississippi, and that's where their AA franchise is located. Now, it's not being very well attended, unfortunately, but it's a gorgeous facility, and it was around when I was toiling in AA ball in the broadcast booth. So it's about 15, 16-year-old stadium now. But it was gorgeous when I was in AA ball. I'm sure it still is. But the Braves are below 500 right now, 20-23, and they're 3 games out of first place. They beat the Mets yesterday. Mets are in first place. The Nationals are the team that it's infuriating. Josh Bell has not hit very well with the Nationals. He's off to a horrendous start, like Lindor is with the Mets. Both of those kids aren't hitting very well, and the Nationals are like 4.5 games out of first place. Really surprising there. All right, 330-886-0813, the MP Vivo Heating and Air Conditioning Hotline, open for business. I got to ask, 25% of the way into the season, are you good with where your team is? And I got to assume that most of the people that live in the Mahoning Valley, most of you, not all of you, I know that there are some Red Sox fans and there are some Yankee fans, and your sins will be forgiven sooner or later. But most of you are Pirates and Indians fans. If Pirates Nation, are you happy with the start? All things being equal, I mean, look, I think that a victory for the Pirates this year is a season in which they get it right in the Major League Baseball draft, because they're drafting first this year. They got to get it right. Hopefully they do. Although you'd be surprised how many first-round picks don't make it to the major leagues. This isn't like the National Football League and the NBA, where you don't have very many hoops to go through. I mean, in football, you don't have any hoops to go through. You get drafted in the first round, you're expected to be a starter. That's all there is to it. In basketball, if you're drafted in the first round, you're expected to be someone who's going to be delivering the goods. Maybe not a superstar, but you're going to be expected to be a guy that's going to, do some stuff. In baseball, it's a little different. I saw a statistic, and this stat is about 10 years old. And I would say it was around 2010, 2011. But 2/3 of the first-round draft picks had Major League Baseball service time. And I'm not talking about, full career, 10-plus years. No, I'm talking about getting into a Major League game, whether it be a cup of coffee or a Moonlight Graham situation. And we'll use Moonlight Graham, who not a fictional character, by the way, a real character in Major League Baseball. Didn't have an at-bat, but he did appear in a Major League Baseball game. And I think we're closing in on 20,000 players to have played in Major League Baseball. I think we're going to cross 20,000 here in the not-too-distant future. Anyway, a third, this was a statistics from 10 years ago, a third of the first-round draft picks from 1964, the first year of the Major League Baseball draft, from 1964 through 2010, a third of the first-round draft picks never appeared in a Major League Baseball game, whether it's a cup of coffee or just appearing in one game. Never appeared in a Major League game. That's unheard of. I mean, if that ratio were true in the National Football League, oh my God, you'd have GMs fired on a yearly basis, because that's not how that's supposed to happen. But that's a testament of how hard it is in Major League Baseball. Even if you're a first-round draft pick, it's not a guarantee. You got to jump through the hoops that is minor league baseball. Now, there's far fewer hoops to jump through now because you don't have the short season ball. You're going to go rookie ball to low A to high A to double A to triple A and then to the show. And I will continue to say, without any hesitation, the biggest jump that a minor league player will ever make is the jump from high A to double A. That is by far and away the biggest jump that a minor league player will ever make, because when you're in A ball, you either have a really good tool, whether it's hitting for power, hitting for average on offense, solid glove defensively, cannon for an arm in the outfield defensively, or as a pitcher, you have one really, really good pitch, a plus pitch. That's what the scouts say, a plus pitch. Whether it's a plus fastball, plus curveball, plus slider, plus change. If you have a plus pitch, most kids in A ball, most of the, quote, prospects, and I don't consider any player in minor league baseball to be a prospect until they've gone to double A and they've done something in double A ball. Then you can be considered a prospect. Other than that, you're just a guy that's right now clueless in terms of your trip to the major leagues, and you ain't got a prayer until you get and master double A. You ain't going to the show unless you get yourself into double A and do your thing, because I have seen way too many kids that put up ridiculous numbers in Class A and then turned around and fell on their ass in double A to never be heard of again. And it's an amazing how much talent you think a kid has in A ball. Then you get them into double A and they're lost. They're just swallowed up by that crazy jump from high A or low A to double A ball. Because in double A, you now have pitchers that not only have one good pitch, they have multiple good pitches. And hitters, they don't just hit for power, they also have a really good average, or they have a really good glove, or a really good arm with that glove, and one of the products from offense, whether it's average or home runs. The talent level and the difference of talent level from double A to high A is ridiculous. It's abundantly apparent. It's abundantly apparent. When I was in high A ball in the Florida State League, this was a league in which, Miguel Cabrera was 18 when I was in the Florida State League, and he was in the Florida State League playing for the Jupiter Hammerheads, the Marlins high A ball affiliate. And he was in that league. Michael Brantley was in that league. Grady Sizemore was in that league. Oh, gosh. I'd have to go back and look at some things because that was 19 years ago. And I spent 1 year in the Florida State League. Really fun league. It was great time. I mean, yeah, you had to put up with the humidity and you had to put up with a bunch of rain and whatnot, but it was a fun league. And then you turn around, the next year I go to double A ball in the Southern League, which the Southern League, back then it used to be, the Eastern League was a pitcher's paradise. The Southern League was a combination pitcher's paradise and just absolute mayhem offensively. And the Texas League was all mayhem all the time offensively because the stadiums were bandboxes in the Texas League. The Southern League had half bandbox, half great pitchers ballparks, and the Eastern League had majority of the league had really good pitchers parks and a couple of bandboxes. But you go up to the Southern League, and again, Pringles Park was more of a pitcher's park because the fences were, I think the left field fence was 24 feet high. You'd get home runs. I mean, if you did, you really had to put the ball not only far, you had to put the ball way, way, way up in the air. And I saw a lot of home runs taken away from that fence. And then you had a 16-foot high wall from left center all the way around to the right field foul line. Sammy Sosa made an appearance at Pringles Park with the Chicago Cubs, and I think it was 2004, if I'm not mistaken. They were playing the White Sox AA affiliate. And Sunday, day games, the ball normally went out pretty good. But still, I mean, it was a pitcher's ballpark. So Sosa had spent, I think it was 4 games. He was in Jackson, and we had a sellout crowd on Sunday, and everyone is just ready to see Sosa unleash a bomb. And he hits a ball opposite field, right center field, and everyone was thinking, okay, this ball's out of here. No two ways about it. Sosa even thought it was gone because he hit the ball, and when Sosa used to, in his heyday, would hop in the air and then go into his home run trot, that ball went about 2/3 of the way up the 16-foot high wall. And Sosa had to bust ass to get a double. And he stared out there for a couple of seconds as if to say, what the bleep was that? So it was tough to hit a home run. But from the first game of the season, when I was doing the Southern League ball, oh my God, the difference was just startling. How just insanely better the kids are from AA as opposed to high A ball. It's a startling difference. So, long story short, with the Pirates, you got kids that. The Pirate system is finally starting to get retooled and regenerated. And there are some kids, mainly in Bradenton and their high A club, and they're starting to infiltrate into AA Altoona right now. I haven't seen the standings with Altoona in a while, and hell that it's no longer called the Eastern League. I think it's now AA East, if I'm not mistaken. Anyway. Pirates starting to get a little bit more, little more prospects, and like I said, with the Pirates, this complete makeover. They will be a much better team next year. They'll probably flirt with 500 next year. It wouldn't surprise me. By the way, Altoona is what are they, 9-5? God, I love this app. 8-5. Now they're 8-5 on the campaign. They just lost to Harrisburg last night, 2-0. They're 8-5. Oh, by the way, for those wondering, Akron. Let me run down this thing. Akron is also 8-5. They lost to Reading, 8-4. God, I love that app. MILB app that keeps you up to date on all the minor league games and minor league scores and whatnot. Anyway, Pirates should be in. They should be flirting with 500 or somewhere thereabouts next year. And if everything goes according to plan, maybe 2023 they break through and they become a competitor in the division. As for the Indians, this is interesting. The Indians, look, I mean, they're 41 games into the season, a little over 25% of the season done. They got 23 wins. I mean, they're on pace to get close to 90 wins this year. And this is with essentially the Indians having a problem with the 4 and the 5 starting rotation. Henckes and McKenzie are both struggling a little bit. Now, again, in fairness to the Tribe, and critics can say, look, you traded away some pretty good pitching. You traded away, Trevor Bauer. Well, Bauer wasn't going to sign with the Indians, and they did get a pretty nice return for Trevor Bauer. Traded away Mike Clevinger. Clevinger's hurt, and he's not pitching this year. He'll be back next year. He had Tommy John surgery. And the Indians got a pretty good haul back for Clevinger, but their rotation, you've got Bieber, you've got Plesac, and you've got Savali, and those three guys are doing a pretty nice job. But then you get to McKenzie and you get to Hentges, and it's hit and miss. We'll see what transpires, but and I know a lot of people are sitting back saying, "Oh my gosh, this offense is terrible." Blah blah blah. Let me remind everyone again, a great article if you have not seen it. Noah Trister from the Associated Press writing a great article today in the Vindicator. The fact that another no-hitter was thrown last night. Former Indian Corey Kluber pitching the Major League's 6th no-hitter last night. This 2021 season, as of Wednesday, or entering Wednesday, the average game included 7.83 hits per team. That is the lowest number since 1908. Now, 1908 was the dead ball era. Dead ball era was through 1919, the infamous Black Sox scandal, the White Sox losing to the Cincinnati Reds in a thrown World Series. That next year, the dead ball era came to a close as Major League Baseball came up with a ball that was a whole lot livelier. And the home run was, not that the home run wasn't a big part of the offense in the dead ball era. I mean, Babe Ruth was pretty solid in the dead ball era, but the home run became a whole lot more involved beginning in 1920. But this year, entering yesterday, the average hits per team was at its lowest since 1908. So the offense hasn't been very good for anybody. This is a historically bad year for offense. So I know a lot of people can sit back and say, oh, my God, this team, they can't hit the ball. Okay, nobody's hitting the ball right now, unfortunately. Through it all, the Indians have a damn good bullpen, and if they can get their rotation figured out, this is a team that may very well win the division. If McKenzie and Hentges can figure it out. And I think McKenzie will. I don't know if Hentges will, but I think McKenzie will figure it out. If they do, I think the Indians have more than enough talent to win this division, especially the way Minnesota's been playing. Now, having said that, Indians are playing the Twins this weekend. Minnesota's 11.5 games out of first place, and, I surely would love to see the Indians just rat-a-tat-tat all up and down Minnesota this weekend and keep putting dirt on that grave and keep burying them in that division. I'd love to see it. All right, 330-886-0813, the MP Vivo Heating and Air Conditioning Hotline open for business. We're back in a bit. Stick around. It is a Thursday edition of Running Point, presented by Greenwood Chevrolet on Mahoning Avenue in Austintown.
New things happen all day. Some are good, some not so good. In today's complicated world, while you're busy working, playing, and living life, we're busy helping you make sense of the day's news. And there's only one place where it comes together with clarity, context, and accountability. It's 21 News at 6 with me, Madison Tromler, and Derek Steyer.
21 News at 6. It's what the day's news really means to you.
Welcome home to a home made homier with Baird Brothers Fine Hardwoods. Inspiration starts at BairdBrothers.com and is turned into reality when high-quality hardwoods are delivered right to your home. Baird Brothers has the latest design trends. Shiplap and skinny lap interior siding, antique oak rustic flooring. And, well, you'll find them all at BairdBrothers.com. Ordered easily, delivered conveniently, enjoyed comfortably. BairdBrothers.com.
WRS Wealth Advisors, the area's premier wealth and retirement specialists. Located on South Avenue in Boardman.
Hi, this is Jim Myers with Myers Family Insurance, your local Medicare and retirement resource. We're excited to have sports back. Whether you're on the field or cheering from the stands, sports unifies communities and brings hope for the future. We're all one team working together. At Myers Family Insurance, we know the importance of a great team.
Our team continues to grow to help you with your Medicare and retirement needs.
The annual election period is October 15th through December 7th. Now's the time to make sure your plan continues to meet your needs for the upcoming year.
Call today.
Hi, I'm Colin Chupa. And I'm Kelsey Clem from K-Squared Marketing. Our boutique marketing firm specializes in media planning and buying, public relations, event marketing strategies, and strategic sponsorships. We can integrate our services with your existing game plan, or we can be your entire marketing team. Your goals, our game plan. Let's win together. Call K-Squared Marketing at 330-623-2730 or visit ksquared.marketing to learn more.
Your first and last stop with your tax return should be with me, Tracy Bryden at Greenwood Chevrolet in Austintown. No other dealer goes the extra mile to bring you the largest selection of vehicles at one convenient location. With guaranteed credit approval, I will find you the right vehicle and the right financing options for you. I am ready to go the extra mile to show you why no other dealer sells more cars, finances more, and gets you more for your refund than Greenwood Chevrolet in Austintown.
Quality, customer service, and integrity. Those are the 4 words that have driven our success since 1957 at Joe Dickey Electric.
Joe Dickey Electric is one Mahoning Valley landmark business that stays current with the requirements of our customers. Family owned and managed, we are an electrical contractor and energy solutions provider. Every member of our team adds to his or her skill set through ongoing training. Residential, commercial, industrial, automotive, and more. We keep ahead of the needs of our customers with a fleet of more than 50 vehicles and 24/7 emergency service, so you're never left in the dark.
Jimmy Sudman here, Director of Isle, Purple Cat, and Golden String. We are happy to support YSN and 2 of my favorite people, Scotty Mincher and Super Dave O'Malley. We are an agency that provides services for adults with disabilities. We infuse humor, passion, and joy into their lives. If you know of any folks with disabilities that need our assistance, please contact us.
Your teams work hard and give it all they've got. Well, so does ours, because 21 Sports and YSN give you extra effort when covering local sports. 21 Sports and YSN, winning coverage of our Valley's teams.
When looking for home design inspiration, don't just be inspired, be Baird inspired. Whether new or remodeling, Baird Brothers has the latest trends like shiplap to refresh your home. Go from inspiration to installation with our wide selection of in-stock American hardwoods. From the rustic charm of antique oak to the warmth of traditional cherry, Baird Brothers has what you need to make your home inspiring. Baird Brothers, our family's heritage, your family's home.
Welcome back to a Thursday edition of Running Point. I did want to make mention the Division III boys and girls track meet, district track meet, is going on over at Springfield with the top 4 finishers in each event going to the Massillon Perry Regional next weekend. Some of the events have already been taking place. They took place yesterday. Congratulations to the McDonald 3,200-meter relay team. They won a district championship with a time of 8 minutes, 32.14 seconds, as they bested Lowellville by about 3.4 seconds. Finishing in 3rd, Mineral Ridge, finishing in 4th, Crestview. So those 4 teams will advance in the 3,200-meter relay to the Massillon Perry Regional. Ryan Henry from McDonald threw the discus 163 feet 3 inches to win the district championship in the discus. Finishing in second place, Collison Kurtz from Springfield. Dante Mediati from McDonald finished third. Nathan Miller from United finished fourth. Those four kids are going to be advancing to the Massillon Perry Regional. Brad Sloan won the high jump with a jump of 21 feet 3 1/4 inches. The top four include Brad Sloan, Colin Schick from Columbiana, Anthony Calderon from Sebring, and Clayton Nesbeth from Springfield. Those five guys will be in the Massillon Perry Regional. Your top qualifiers and the meets, I believe it's today or tomorrow from Springfield. Anyway, your top qualifiers in the events to be held, the finals to be held either today or tomorrow. The 110 hurdles, William Hardenbrook from Crestview had the best time in the heats, with a time of 15.16 seconds. Garrett Kristen from Wellsville is the fourth best time. Keaton Baker from United has the eighth best time. The top four, or I should say, the top finishers in the 100-meter dash in the preliminary heats, Brandon Page from Valley Christian with a time of 11.09 seconds. That's smoking. Brad Sloan with Southern, 11.22. Ethan Powell from Crestview, 11.36. So those three kids are in the finals. The 800-meter relay, Springfield had the best time with a time of 1 minute 31.61 seconds, barely edging out Crestview, had the second best time, 1 minute 31.63 seconds. So 2/100ths of a second separating Springfield from Crestview. Sebring has the seventh best time going into the finals. The 1,600-meter run, Landry Hardcastle has the best time in the preliminaries, 4 minutes 57.17 seconds. Giovanni Citriglia, Giovanni Citriglia from Heartland is number 2. Zachary Nastari from United is number 4. Marcus Reed from Southern is number 5. Dominic Furch from Palestine is number 6. Santino Gaglione from Columbiana is number 10. Jamie Hoffer from Crestview is number 15. Your 400-meter relay teams, Valley Christian with the best time, going into the finals. They have a time of 43.27 seconds, about a half a second quicker than Crestview. Columbiana with the third best time. 400-meter dash, Sam Blosser from Liberty has the best time. He ran a 51.17 in his heat. He has the best time as he'll be one of 8 participants in the 400-meter dash. Gabe Heinrich from Columbiana is the 2 seed, and Caden Green with the 5th best time. Caden Green from Columbiana. Your 300-meter hurdles, Bo Brungard had the best time, 84/100ths of a second better than number 4, Garrett Christen from Wellsville. The number 5 time is Nick Hardgrove from United, and the 8th best time, Evan Barrett from Heartland. In the 800-meter run, Caleb Nastari from United ran a best time of 2 minutes 7.63 seconds in the 800 meters. He has the best time in terms of the preliminary heats. Also going to be running in that race, Zach Trebello from Southern, Michael Auer from Crestview, Caden Green, Will Welch from Crestview, Nevin Lee from East Palestine. And finally, 2 kids will be running in the 200-meter dash. Brandon Page from Valley Christian, who had a time of 22.86 seconds. Ethan Powell with a time of 22.98 seconds. And the 1,600-meter relay, Columbiana with the best time, 3 minutes 31.95 seconds. They'll have the primo lane in the finals. Crestview, the 6th best time at 3:44.72. All right, girls results, Division III. results that are now final. Here are your top 4 finishers. In the 3,200-meter relay, McDonald, Mineral Ridge, United, and Lowellville will advance to the Massillon Perry Regional. McDonald won with a time of 10 minutes, 10.19 seconds. In the shot put, your top 4 finishers, Emma Rich from Mineral Ridge, Iana Pierce from Mineral Ridge, Molly Gibson from Leetonia, Michaela Tensley from Valley. Those are your top 4 finishers in the shot put. They will go to the Massillon Perry Regional. Your top 4 finishers in the high jump, Grayson Kidder from United, Morgan Dunlap from Columbiana, Graciela Ebert from Springfield, and Mahia Underwood from Liberty. So congratulations to those 4 ladies. They will advance to the Massillon Perry Regional. All right, your top qualifiers for the following events. In the 100-meter hurdles, Naomi Dimitrovich from McDonald put up the best time at 15.77 seconds. She will be joined in the final 8 by Peyton Sherry from East Palestine and Alexia Phyllis from Southern. 100-meter dash, Julia Rapp with the best time. The young gal from Columbiana ran a 12.72. 3 teams locally will be in the 800-meter relay. McDonald had the best time at 1 minute 48.14 seconds. United with the 5th best time. Columbiana with the 7th best time. Your 400-meter relay teams, Springfield had the best time in the prelims, 50.6 seconds. Columbiana with the 3rd best time, 51.45, and United with the 5th best time, 53.19 seconds. 400-meter dash, Chloe Coates had the best time. The JFK runner ran the 400-meter dash in 63.17 seconds. That's 103.17. Tommy Ross from Columbiana, the 6th best time. In the 300-meter hurdles, Naomi Dimitrovich from McDonald with the best time, 48.83 seconds. My goodness, that's quick. The other 2 kids locally, Addison Blazer from United had the 7th best time. Peyton Sherry from East Palestine had the 8th best time. Riley Shadowins from Liberty had the best time in the 800-meter run, 2 minutes 32.50 seconds. Joining her in the finals, number 4, Ellie Marhefka from United, number 13, Adeline Quigley from Columbiana, and number 16, Hope Figley from East Palestine. The 200-meter dash, Julia Rapp with the best time, 26.5 seconds. Juliana Logan with the 6th best time, 27.99 seconds. And finally, in the 1,600-meter relay, McDonald had the best prelim time, a time of 4 minutes, 19.34 seconds. United with the 5th best time, 4 minutes, 28.51 seconds. And Columbiana with the 7th best time, 4:51.35. Again, the top 4 will go to the regional tournament, the regional track and field meet at Massillon Perry next weekend. So we do have some winners moving on, and hopefully some more winners moving on next weekend when or this weekend, I should say, when the D3 track and field district finals are going to be taking place. So congratulations to all the track stars who have moved on to the regionals, and good luck to all of those who have qualified to get into the top 4 and hopefully finish in the top 4 and get yourself a regional berth. Good luck to all. All right, 330-886-0813. We're back in a bit. Stick around. More to come.
Hello, I'm Greg Burbick with G. Burbick Farms. For the last 100 years, my family has farmed in Columbiana and Mahoning counties. I began raising cattle in 1996 with the goal of providing a better product for you and your family on the dinner table. Our grass-fed and grain-supplemented Black Angus beef are raised with no hormones, steroids, or antibiotics. We're known for our hometown-friendly service and incredible tasting products. We're locally owned and have customers across the tri-state area. Our products go from our farm to your family. Stop by our farm on New Buffalo Road or visit us on the web at gburbickfarms.com. Don't forget to like us on Facebook. G. Burbick Farms, it just tastes better.
This is Tommy Clem, owner of WRS Insurance Solutions.
WRS Insurance Solutions is a local independent agency that specializes in life, Medicare, long-term care, and disability products. Call us at 330-953-3722 or visit us at wrsinsuranceSolutions.com to learn more.
Good luck to all the student athletes in the Valley.
If you're looking for a quality pre-owned vehicle, why shop anywhere else but Tri-State Ford? Choose from our great selection of pre-owned vehicles. Plus, we've got you covered with our exclusive Tri-State Ford Advantage. It includes a 10-year, 200,000-mile warranty with your pre-owned vehicle and much more. Come see why so many customers from the Tri-State area buy their pre-owned vehicle at Tri-State Ford.
Customer focus, community driven. Tri-State Ford East Liverpool or visit tristateford.net.
No matter what the weather, be prepared with a reliable, efficient Rude gas furnace or air conditioner from MP Vivo Heating and Air Conditioning. Call your energy efficient expert, MP Vivo, today for a free estimate.
Here at MP Vivo, we rely on Rude, and so should you.
It's storm season.
I think we're under the gun for some heavy storms over the next couple of hours.
And Storm Tracker 21 is ready.
This is probably the one we're keeping a closer eye on.
On air.
And locally, we're going to have a lot of eyes on our area.
Online.
All right, let's talk high-risk futurecast and the timing of this weather.
On social media and on our app.
Rain will come and go tomorrow. There'll be some dry intervals.
Stay ready with Storm Tracker 21.
The severe weather threat now through around sunset this evening.
Myers Family Insurance knows the importance of a great team.
Our team continues to grow to help you with your Medicare and retirement needs.
The annual election period is October 15th through December 7th. Now's the time to make sure your plan continues to meet your needs for the upcoming year.
Call today.
"60 years ago, Baird Brothers Fine Hardwoods began with 3 siblings, a hand-set sawmill, and a few local orders. And while business has certainly changed over the years, what has not are our principles of hard work, craftsmanship, and commitment to quality. At Baird Brothers, we're proud to put our name on the products we create, from moldings and doors to flooring and lumber. Thank you for 60 great years. We look forward to 60 more. Baird Brothers, for the place you love."
At Hubbard Chevrolet, Hubbard can help you get the financing you need regardless of your situation. I'm Tony Page, and I've helped thousands of customers in Northeast Ohio and Western Pennsylvania buy a vehicle. Bad credit, no problem. I can get you approved for a low-interest loan and maybe even a low-payment lease on a new car at the #1 Chevy dealership in Trumbull County for 3 years in a row. Visit HubbardChevy.com to get pre-approved or come see me, Tony Page, to get a new vehicle today. Remember, folks, Hubbard can help.
Welcome back to a Thursday edition of Running Point, presented by Greenwood Chevrolet on Mahoning Avenue in Austintown. All right, here are your games that we will be playing on the network. It is pay-per-view, unfortunately, because the OHSAA is charging us for games. Obviously, the pay-per-view wall is up. It's $9.99. You get all of these games, access to all of these games. We've got softball games, 2 of them. Ursuline taking on Newton Falls over at Youngstown State University. That's at Farmers National Bank Field, the Canfield District. That's a 4 o'clock start. South Range taking on Champion up at LeBray High School. That is a 5 o'clock start. In the baseball, I'm sorry, there is one more softball game. I beg your pardon. That's the Hubbard District. Hubbard will be playing top-seeded Marlington in the Hubbard District, taking on #1 seed Marlington. That is a 5 o'clock start. And then you have baseball games on the network. Fitch hosting Jackson, Boardman hosting Greene, Jackson Milton hosting Leetonia, JFK hosting Lowellville. Jackson Milton, Leetonia, JFK, Lowellville, Division 4 games. Fitch hosting Jackson, Boardman hosting Greene, Division 1 tournament games. All of these games are pay-per-view, $9.99. We'll get you access to every single game on the network today. All right, let's go to the phone lines. Tony, you're on the MP Vivo Heating and Air Conditioning Hotline. What's going on, brother?
Hi, Ron. You like this warm weather?
Oh, God,
like,
I love it.
Southern League?
Yeah, I love it. This is my kind of weather right here.
Fantastic. Great for the track guys, too. The throwers should really be coming out of their shoes, if I can use that phrase. They'd be off the chain throwing today because the discus carries so much further.
Oh, absolutely. Especially if you get a little bit of wind. Even though the discus, what is it, about 2 pounds?
Well, it's what? Is it what?
What is the discus, about 2 pounds?
1.6 kilograms. So
okay.
That's 2.2 pounds per kilogram.
Yeah, okay. So it's about 3.5, 4 pounds, somewhere in that vicinity.
Yeah, So and the big guys throw 2, and the little guys throw 1. So
not too shabby.
Yeah, all these sports are great. Just whatever these kids are involved in. You know what? If you're a person who thinks we're damned because of the kids we got nowadays, you're a fool, because some of the most these kids are so much more wonderful than I was when I was younger.
Yeah, yeah, definitely.
Just so many good kids. Hey, again, I listen to your station to be entertained. Next time you refer to Norton, the high school, I expect you to do it in a Jackie Gleason imitation.
Oh yeah, I did. Norton.
Oh. Oh yeah, I missed it.
Sorry. Yeah, when Anthony and I did the breakdown yesterday, I threw out the Norton reference. We absolutely threw that reference out. No question. You got it. You got to love that.
When you talked about the Pirates could be a contender.
Not this year. Not this
What?
year. I mean, in 2 years. In 2 years, if everything goes right, they could be. Yeah.
Huh?
They could be in 2 years if everything goes right.
I could have been a contender.
Yeah. Oh, there you go. Yeah.
Okay, thank you, Ron. Now let's do a little geography. You know how far up into Ashtabula County that Fairport is? It's so far up, it's actually in Lake County.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, it's right. It's just above Paynesville.
Okay. See, I thought it was in Ashtabula County. All right. So then, it's up on the lake. I know that.
Yeah, it's you have Saybrook, Geneva, Madison, Perry on the lake, and then you'll have Fairport.
Okay.
Heading west.
Gotcha.
So, who's going up there?
Well, it depends on who wins. The Fairport Harbor district, I believe, Jackson Milton, if they beat Leetonia, they're up there. They'll play Western Reserve up there. And then the other, the other half of that, I gotta look at the numbers now. The other half of Jackson Milton.
Oh, it doesn't matter. I thought somebody was playing up there tonight.
No. Next week. Yeah, next week they'll be playing. They'll be playing. If Jackson Milton wins, they'll play Western Reserve next week, and then the winner of Matthews Bristol would play the winner of Lake Center and St. Thomas Aquinas.
Okay. Well, then next week I'll call in with restaurant recommendations up there. I got a place up there. So,
there you go.
But trust me, you just don't arbitrarily stop in a place. I have never seen overpriced food like I've seen. I guess we're spoiled. We really are spoiled down there. Restaurants and food is so reasonable in that Tri-County area that we live in that when you go out of the area, it's just like it's sticker shock for me.
Yeah. It's amazing how more expensive things are when you get out of this area. Especially if you head toward Cleveland, head toward Lake Erie, head toward Erie, which, Erie is, and further up, I-90, and you go into upstate New York, my God, it's like, you've crossed into the land of the wealthy up there.
We're starting to sound like really grumpy old men, aren't we?
Well, no, I mean but it's the truth. I mean, it's the truth. You get out of this area, and it's amazing how much more expensive things are.
Yeah. Well, again, I'll give my recommendations on restaurants that are reasonable, and a couple of them are closed. But there's a good Italian restaurant right in Paynesville that they'll have to drive right by on 44. So that's real reasonable. Kind of a sunrise place up here. So
there you go.
Up there.
Hey, by the way, in the file this on the I'm stupid, I'm looking at the box. I'm not looking at the box score. I'm looking, and I just realized Heartland Christian beat McDonald yesterday. For whatever reason, they played that game yesterday. I swear to God, this wasn't there when I saw the Division IV tournaments. Heartland Christian is already in the district semifinals. They beat McDonald yesterday 6-1. So Heartland Christian's playing the winner of Southern and Badger, and that would be on Tuesday at 6:30, and that would be at Scene Park.
Okay. Hey, speaking of parks, somebody will be playing. Harding's going to be playing in that Euclid district.
Yes.
Euclid. I saw their baseball fields up there this spring. I'll tell you what, their high school field is amazing, and there's adjacent fields that surround it that are just amazing with beautiful scoreboards. The name is something Sierra, I think it is.
Okay.
Something Sierra Fields in Euclid. These are amazing fields. I was in Youngstown, and I happened to come across, a few years ago I came across the field, and I'm surprised it just bothered me that it was so, in disrepair. But this, what is it, Pemberton Park?
Yeah.
With a little bit of investment, that could be a gem.
Well, I'll tell you, Tony, about, I want to say 30 years ago, 35 years ago. This was before Scene Park was built. Scene Park, I believe, was built in 95, maybe 96, if I'm not mistaken. I was still doing sandlot baseball and high school baseball on the radio around here before I left town the first time around. Pemberton Park, way, way, way back in the day, used to, the B League used to be the home for the Connie Mack State Tournament. I'll throw a name out. Ken Griffey Jr. played at Pemberton Park in 1987 for Cincinnati Midland, and he hit a ball that my ex-brother-in-law was playing second base. He hit a ball so hard that he thought the ball.
Brother-in-law.
Yeah, he thought the ball was coming right at him, and he couldn't see it, so he put his glove up, hoping to catch this wicked line drive. The ball actually went over his head, climbing up a very high plateau, and went the ball over the fence, over the parking lot, about 450 feet away from home plate.
Now, just think if you'd have had video of that ball going over second base.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
The guy tried to thinking he's making a play on it. Huh?
Oh, yeah. I would have been using it every single day. Trust me. I would be using it every single day. But no, Junior used to play in the area. Pemberton back in the day. Oh my God, that place was just absolutely gorgeous.
I mean, and the bones are still there.
Yeah.
And I don't want to tell Jim Tressel or anybody how to spend their money, but he did a beautiful thing at Rain Stadium.
Yeah.
It's the same type scenario. Somebody could come up with the money. Not you or I, Ron.
Well, listen. I mean, if it were up to me, and it wasn't just Pemberton. Back in the day, Sandlot Fields in Youngstown. You had Ipe Field on Midlothian. You had Oakland, which is now in an area that just was.
That's the one I came across, but I was like, it was like a throwback. It was like something in, maybe from old time or videos of. The Negro League or something.
Yeah, no. Pemberton was built in the late 30s, and it used to have the stands used to go all the way down the left field line, or the right field line. And they took those away. I mean, you still have some stands there, but they're in ratty shape. You had the press box above the stands. I have no idea how bad that is.
The stands behind the stadium and the press box are beautiful, and they still have the structure up for the cages down the right field line.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's and it's being used. I mean, Cheney and East, that was their home field. So it is being used, but with a lot of TLC. Good Lord, that's a nice.
Like Rayen Football Stadium, Cheney and East.
Yeah.
I'm lobbying investment right now.
Oh, hey, listen, I'd love to see it. I would absolutely love to see it because you have some youth fields. You have some youth fields beyond where the baseball field is.
Youth field or youth field?
Ute. Yeah, the Ute. Ute fields.
I called to be entertained, by the way, if you couldn't tell.
Yeah, there's poor Fred Gwynn, who's no longer with us. I loved his line when who was it? Pesci goes, Utes. And Fred Gwynn's like, did you just say Ute? Yeah, Ute.
You said who said that?
Fred Gwynn. He played the judge. Herman Munster.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he played the judge. That was a great
line in that movie, but I thought you said Fred Willis.
No.
He's
Fred.
Not with us
no. Well, Fred Willis isn't with us anymore either. But Fred Gwynn was Herman Munster played the judge in My Cousin Vinny.
Now, if you're bored some evening and want a great movie to watch, it's about was it softball or I can't remember. It was baseball or softball. I can't remember, but. Fred Willis and his wife were coaching a team or running a league, a junior or a sandlot league. Oh my gosh, look up the movie. It is hilarious. And it's so, the humor, if you've been through Little League sports with some of the parents, it's hilarious.
Well, I'll bet. Yeah, I'll bet. I'll definitely check that out. No doubt.
Yeah. So, okay. Well, I got to run. I had my break. See ya.
All right, man. See ya. 330-886-0813. We'll take a timeout and wrap this bad boy up in a bit. It's a Thursday edition of Running Point on ysnlive.com. Stick around.
Hi, everyone. This is DJ Yoakley with Your Sports Network. We appreciate your support of YSN and welcome you to the YSN family. Our broadcast streams are brought to you live at no cost to you by sponsors that are local to this community. Without the vision and generosity of our sponsors and partners, we would not be able to bring this game to you today. So please support the great businesses and leaders that are making this game possible. And if you're a business in need of great advertising and sponsorship opportunities, feel free to head over to our site for more information on the right fit for you. We are local, we are loyal, and we are live. We are YSN.
News doesn't stop after the sun goes down. Sometimes you just have to hustle to get it. At 21 News, no matter how far it is, no matter what it takes to get there, we're working to bring you the best stories and the freshest content at 11 p.m. with the context and clarity that makes it worth staying up for, no matter what time it is. 21 News at 11 with me, Aaron Simonek, and Derek Steyer.
21 News at 11, news that's worth your time.
WRS Wealth Advisors is the area's premier wealth and retirement specialist. With our combined 70 years experience and comprehensive wealth strategy, we assist our clients attain their goals. Call 330-965-0370 to learn more about our individual and corporate financial planning services, or visit wrswealthadvisors.com. Good luck, athletes.
Your first and last stop with your tax return should be with me, Tracy Bryden at Greenwood Chevrolet in Austintown. No other dealer sells more cars, finances more, and gets you more for your refund than Greenwood Chevrolet in Austintown.
Ah, the details. Baird Brothers Fine Hardwoods is one fine ride. Perfect cornering, superb handling, sporty and stylish, power to spare, plus awesome mileage. Yeah, jaw-droppingly beautiful lines and well appointed with luxurious trim.
Put more oomph in your life and start beholding the molding. Find your home's fine hardwood at BairdBrothers.com.
Planning a project around your home or rental property? Trust the electrical service to the local experts with 62 years of serving the Mahoning Valley. Joe Dickey Electric is your local go-to source for responsive, reliable residential electrical work. From everyday maintenance and repairs to new installations, electrical upgrades, and safety inspections, no job is too big or too small. Call Joe Dickey Electric today, 800-549-3976, or visit DickeyElectric.com. That's DickeyElectric.com.
For heating, cooling, and indoor air quality, the Mahoning Valley trusts MP Vivo Heating and Air Conditioning, offering worry-free repair, service, and installation. Call MP Vivo today for a free estimate.
MP Vivo Heating and Air Conditioning. We're your energy efficient experts.
If you're looking for a new Ford vehicle, why shop anywhere else but Tri-State Ford? Choose from our great selection of new Ford models. Plus, we've got you covered with our exclusive Tri-State Ford Advantage. It includes a 10-year, 200,000-mile warranty with your new Ford. Come see why so many customers from the Tri-State area buy their new Ford at Tri-State Ford.
Customer focus, community driven. Tri-State Ford East Liverpool or visit tristateford.net.
Welcome back to a Thursday edition of Running Point. Enjoy the rest of your day. We've got Division II and Division III softball district championships. Best of luck to all of the teams participating. We have Division IV and Division I sectional tournaments in baseball. Best of luck to those teams as well. DJ and the boys with Power Hour coming up next. We will talk tomorrow, noon to 3, a Friday edition of Running Point on ysnlive.com.